there's that also.
Hello. Oh, help. Okay, how loud is this? This is the problem I always have, right? Is this headset. Oh, no. How do I get it, like, so it's a right volume? Because I'm sure it's probably fine for you guys. Like, it's like a good mix. Hopefully you can hear the music, but also hear me. Um, but it's just so it doesn't deafen me, so I can hear myself. Okay, there we go. Someone did suggest once, maybe I should have it so I can hear my own voice, but I feel like that would drive me insane. So, I guess continue? Yeah. I find this really awkward. Like, it doesn't tell me, like, playtime, so I know this is my save, but, like, what if I had multiple saves at the C deck hallway? Like,
Maybe you and June should check it out first and then report back to us.
okay, rude that there's no recap. Uh, let's check our flow then, to remind myself what I've done. Okay, right, so we started, split through our doors, boom, right, okay. Because I'm going to remind, like, people when they ask. I feel like I need to remember what I'd done, and then we went through that. Yes, okay, now I remember. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Wait, so that's... If we do that, it instantly leads to that. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to, like, replay through this to try and get all of them, aren't I? Yeah, I think I am.
Alright, let's go, June.
Right. Here it is.
The Mercury card reader.
We're using the card 7 gave us, right?
Yeah,
I found it when we were checking out the shower room.
I think Seven said something like that.
Right, okay, just like a perfect impersonation. Right, here we go.
I guess the elevator works now.
Jumpy, I know it's only the two of us, but let's do our best.
What's with you all of a sudden?
Suspicious, that's what's with her.
Well, I'm happy we were put together.
Aye.
You know it's just for searching E-Deck, right?
Even so, I'm glad I'm with you.
Oh. First, we need to find out if the elevator
He's just like,
is full of
stop
water."
this. Now that we have 3 hours till we die, now is not the time. Don't be horny on main.
Just like we did before.
Oh, it's kind of hoping like water would just like fly out. It's like, oh no.
There it is.
I knew it. It's not wet at all.
Let's go.
Yes. Look! Nearly all of the buttons are destroyed.
Yeah, only the C and bottom button can be pushed.
We're on C deck right now, so the only one we can choose is bottom.
Yeah. Well, let's try it out.
Why bottom? That implies like a basement rather than like an E floor, right?
Oh, so this is the bottom deck. Hey, over there.
This is a numbered door.
This is the 8th one we found. There were 2 numbered doors on B deck near the central staircase. They were doors 4 and 5. 3 more in the large hospital room.
It's such a weird nickname, Jumpy. I love it though. But hello, Cheesy.
Doors 3, 7, and 8.
And the door we found on E deck, and the door Lotus and Santa found on A deck. It was a 6 on the door on E deck, and a 1 on the door on A deck.
Wait, so this means this is the last door then, before door number 9.
Do you think the next door we find?
Yeah, I think so. The next one's gonna be door 9.
Finally!
Wait, relieve. Oh, okay, relieve your stress. I was like, relieve the stress via me, and I was like, wait, you're gonna help me relieve my own stress? Oh no. But no, if you want to come relieve your stress in my stream, that's fine. This is what my stream is for. So we all hang out and we just like de-stress, and it's just like the best place to be.
Yeah,
You don't look very happy about it, though.
it's not that. I just hope nothing goes wrong.
You're right. We should keep our fingers crossed.
Let's head back.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 7 pieces. Just double checking, but everyone wrote their code name and a door number they want, right?
Oh, this is a weird way of doing it.
Like you told us earlier.
Can't believe we're voting here.
We need to make the whole thing fair, blah-de-blah. This is a complicated plan, you know. Hurry it up, Mr. I have a brilliant idea.
Yeah, quiet in the peanut gallery. All right, let's open these up. The first one says, Ace requests door 1.
Yes, I do. Would you like me to explain why?
Because I'm number 1.
No, we don't have time for that. Let's keep going.
Denied.
Santa, he wants door 6.
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Clover wants 1, Lotus wants 2, and 7 also wants 2.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, well, see, I was stumped by pillows.
There is
Pillows
no
defeated
way
me.
I'm going anywhere with the Elephant Man.
No, there'd be no point to the voting if we let people change their choices because of stuff like that.
Right? Like, girl, put some clothes on.
Just give it up, Lotus. It's not like I want to hang out with some exhibitionist grandma.
I do apologise that I could not figure out that pillows. I mean, in hindsight, it seems kind of
I'm
obvious.
not an exhibitionist. I'm wearing clothes.
Barely.
So, last I checked, that's not a crime.
Depends where you are.
But what about common decency? Nobody wants to have to look at a chick who looks like a half-naked raisin.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you!
Everyone here's just the
Oh,
worst.
Not good.
Let go! Let go of me! I'm killing him!
Junpei, read the rest.
Right. June wants door 6.
Yes. I don't really have a reason. I just felt like it.
Mm-hmm.
So this was everyone's vote. Ace and Clover requested door 1. 7 and Lotus requested door 2. Santa and June requested door 6. Then the door I should choose is... Okay, the last one is mine. I want to go through...
You know, we've not done a puzzle with Ace yet.
My choice is door 1.
Hey, wait a minute there. You cheating?
Cheating?
I'm asking if you changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
How could I do that? I wrote it down on the paper earlier.
Oh my god, awful choice.
See that?
Realities.
Here. I had 3 pieces of paper ready.
Oh my god. Wait, who is is Junpei 0? Who do I like the most so far? Probably Santa. So, like, if we go through them again quickly, just from where we were last time. So we have Ace. I'm just gonna go. Ace seems like he's got a level head on him, but also is prone to moments of mass hysteria, where he's like, I'm just gonna inject myself full of drugs so I pass out. But not even like not enough drugs to kill him, but enough drugs that he can pass out. So I was like, okay, well, we'll see how Ace goes. Snake was okay, but like he was very much like I have the ability to hear so well that I can walk backwards just as fast as I can walk forwards. Don't worry about me. And I'm like, mate, get a grip of your life. No, you cannot. Stop this. So Snake was a bit of a twat. Santa, Santa's alright. Like, I've not had enough time with Santa to be able to really form a strong opinion of him. Like, he floats around, gets a bit sassy, uses bad language to show how cool he is, but Clover just seems a bit whiny. Hasn't really, I don't feel like she's contributing anything to this group dynamic. She's like, see when you do like a group project and there's like that one person who just complains about how tough it is but doesn't actually do anything? That's Clover. Junpei is okay. Suddenly he's a genius. Like, suddenly he's a genius with all these tricks. But he's also the kind of guy that says, you've got amnesia? Do you remember how you got amnesia? Junpei, what you doing? Jun, totally evil. Like, she's not even trying to hide it. She's turned up, she's just like, oh, I'm your childhood love interest. But I'm going to be really... Clover's the young one. She's the young girl. So Jun's like, get out of here. Seven... Yeah, no, she is. She's super suspicious. Like, she's here, she gives away all my information. She just, like, is constantly like, oh, I'm glad I'm alone with you. Why? Because you're a serial killer? That's why, yeah. Seven claims he has amnesia, but also has, like, in-depth knowledge about, like, a bunch of stuff, like how to play Baccarat and the building of the Titanic and its sister ships. Like, mate, pick one, amnesia or not. Also, I feel bad for him because he was like, let's have a code name. I'll be 7 because my number's 7. And then everyone else picked cool code names and he was just stuck being 7. So, rip him. Lotus, if I ever got a chance to sacrifice Lotus, I probably would. Not only does she want to betray everyone, she's also a massive... awful person. I won't use any swear words to describe her. She's just awful to everyone. And then, like, when you get her in one of her good moods, she's just like, oh, maybe human brains just receive wireless signals so that a robot can control us. Supernesia that replaces your memories for exactly, he has supernesia. And then last is number 9, cheese slices. And I don't think Cheese Slices is actually dead. I think that was all a trick. But we'll see what happens when we get to the end. I mean, like... No, you're right. They are very salty and they actually do stuff. But also, I feel like, yeah, Lotus is just like, oh, I'm going to do stuff. Look, I'm a master... How do you survive that, though? But what happens if he's not a puddle? Because we didn't see him turn into a puddle. He was behind a closed door, and then we went in there, and suddenly he was a puddle. And that, like, wristwatch was totally fine. Suspicious. Suspicious. I'm just doubting everyone. But yeah, so... Yeah, when Lotus was just like, oh, maybe our brains don't really control our body. Maybe they just receive signals like a wireless monitor. Maybe that's how amnesia works. I'm just like, alright, hen, did you sneak drugs on in your bikini? Like, what you doing?
And I put the one with door 6 on it into the pot. I just needed to make sure I drew last. After I saw everyone else's result, I just chose whatever door I wanted.
Like, suddenly Junpei's a genius.
Remember, I'd already put in match, and I didn't have to switch the paper out.
Well, what does it say? You got lucky.
Very well. We've decided who will go through.
How did I get lucky?
It will be Clover, Junpei, and myself. Our only problem is the 2 remaining teams.
June and I want door 6.
Lotus and I want door 2.
That's not good. We can't open either of those doors with only 2 people. Aw.
Fine. 7, we'll go through door 6.
Sure thing. I didn't really want to go through door 2 anyway. Besides, if we've got a younger girl with us, it'll lower the average age.
What?
Right, June?
7, no. Control yourself.
Pig. You just wait and see.
How old is Lotus?
Calling me old.
Like, just like, I'm only 22. I guess that's old by anime standards.
Some men are such a pain in the ass. They're about as subtle as a brick.
Oh my god, Lotus, we're not going with you. Leave us alone.
see you later, June.
Jumpy.
An older club. Okay, we know a few of them.
Make that face.
So, you know what? She looks good for her age. Go her.
We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again.
I'm just like trying to put as much distance between myself and June as I can. Oh, okay, apparently she looks older in person than
That's how
me.
the
Well,
Norman works.
right, exactly.
It'll be fine. I'll see you soon.
All right.
But yeah,
See you later.
like I'm super suspicious of her, so I'm just gonna push her to the side.
Here's Ada.
Just
It was
the
door on
game's
the
like,
left,
let's ship
right?
them, and I'm like, no, let's just stay away from ships from now on. Let's just get out of here.
That should be it, yes.
And here we go. It's just as Santa and Lotus said. A numbered door.
There's the red. I'll go first. Now the two of you, if you would. Now, are you ready? Shall I pull it?
Yeah, anytime.
Very well then. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
But yeah, I picked this one because I feel like Clover's gonna have the most amount of plot going on right now. Because at the end of the last episode, we found Snake's dead body. Snake's dead body. It's totally not his dead body. And so I feel like she's gonna have the most plot. And I've also not done a puzzle of Ace yet, so I want to give Ace a chance to have some backstory.
Where is it? There it is. Oh.
Yes, so they found like his dead body in the shower room. However, spoilers for anyone who's got here who's not played this game and wants to play the start. Close your ears in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we found the dead body in the shower, and it was Snake. Well, it was wearing Snake's clothes, but the face was blown off, so you couldn't make out whose face it was. Right. Okay. Well, first of all, that's suspicious. So it's clearly not him. But then there was bones coming out of the left arm. However, Clover told us that Snake was in an accident as a child, and he had to get his left arm severed, and he had a prosthetic left arm. Which also raises the question even more, like, how is he like some sort of super genius that can like run around and like fight us at martial arts when he only has one hand and is blind? Like, who is this man? But yeah, so very suspicious. If I had to take a guess, it's because of Snake's superheating that he was able to figure out that someone. The shower room was. Remember the hospital room? It had the 3 numbered doors. The shower one was behind door number 3. We didn't go into the shower room. We went into the laboratory. But then after we came out, Clover and the other people were like, let's check out the other room. And then they went to the shower room and we came back and they were like, oh yeah, we found Snake's dead body. Okay, well, one, that's suspicious. So we'll see what's going on there. So yeah, I think Snake's superhearing has meant that he's heard someone speak and he's been able to put together that they are in fact Zero. Even though Zero has that weird gas mask thing going on.
It stopped.
Yes, it did. Whew. I don't believe I'll ever get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
So,
I agree.
Now then.
but yeah, so I wanted to try and get like some more backstory on Ace because I just want to know who
here's
he
another
is.
door. Let's try opening it. So, this is the wheelhouse?
Wheelhouse.
Ace, you investigate the wheelhouse next door.
Bridge.
Very well.
Clover, you're in charge of this room. Say something.
Oh my God. Say something. I know your brother died,
All
but
right then,
get over
let's get
yourself.
started.
Jeez. Flipping child. I love that whole like zoom. Like it's fabulous. I love this game. It's great. I was told by someone who came along yesterday that if I liked this, I should really get on in Danganronpa. So totally gonna get that next time there's a Steam sale. Nautical charts, interesting. Okay, well that is... I can't remember which... I think this is a nautical chart. There's a line on it. I think this is the line that the route the ship was supposed to take. There are dots all over the map. Oh, those are probably ports. Like for the boats to stop at. It looks like the lines connect to a dot. But it also looks like it should be like an astrological thing. It's like this, but more judge. See, that's perfect. Okay, let's. It's a pretty empty desk. My brother's desk. My God, everything just reminds her. Because you couldn't see, he never put stuff on it he didn't need. Damn, that's. I'm supposed to say to that poor kid. Alright, okay, well, let's. Imagine this with anyone you ever could kill you. Oh my God, that's perfect. I was kind of hoping for like more, like options would lead to more deaths in this than it has so far. But I imagine there's going to be like stuff around.
Pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
Alright, I imagine like different endings because it looks like the game has like 5 different endings, which is perfect. I love that.
Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem?
Well, no problem, but
Well, not a problem, but
Oh, I see. Of course.
yeah, and, like I saw like the branching thing. Like I accidentally clicked on that, but I like that. Like I love that it gives me all those different options.
Well, best of luck.
ow. Ah, what the hell? My head.
Wait, did he just knock me unconscious?
Yes. There was something I wanted to check, if you don't mind.
Yeah? What's that?
Pardon me.
Hey, what the hell are you doing? Whoa, what are you putting your hand in my pocket for? Stop!
Oh my, sir.
Just as I thought. You switched them, didn't you, when we voted? Well, I can't say that I care. I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted, despite your mischief.
Then why did you...
Oh, simple curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it.
I mean, bad touch. I need an adult right now. Of course I'm.
Damn.
What did he do that for? That was very rude of him. Okay, Ace is like. If this was a Telltale game, Liam will remember that. There's something written on it. Ship's log, huh? Ship's log, huh? The material's been added to the file screen. Let's see. We'll leave soon for a new journey across the sea. After leaving port, we headed south and west. We turned southwest to steer around the continent, then proceeded northwest. We made port, then changed our heading to east for a time, and now we're heading due north. Soon we'll dock in the United Kingdom, the homeland of this vessel. Okay, well, hold on. I'll make a wee note of that. I have my little envelope of notes. Right, so they left port. They went south, west, southwest. I mean, you could have done that from the start, mate. Northwest. Right, okay, so, I mean, I'm glad that someone was paying attention, but also I was blown away, Denny, by just, like, when he did it, and he was like, you picked the option, and I was like, okay, it's just going to be one of those things where whichever one you picked was the number he put in, and then Junpei's like, little did they know, I had a bit of paper with all 3 numbers. I was like, what? Where did this Junpei come from all of a sudden? And then it went east, and then north. Okay. No. Okay, I'm pushing the wrong button, that's why. I'm so because I've been playing on my Switch this morning. I'm so used to B being at the bottom rather than at the side. A map. It's got the Atlantic Ocean in the middle. Hey Junpei, my brother used to love the ocean as well. Jesus. What do you think these red things are? Yeah, see, they look like pins. What do you think they're for? Who knows? What do you mean, who knows? Come on, we are being serious. Red pins in the world, I wonder what they mean. A world map of the Atlantic Ocean. There are a number of red pins in several locations. What do the red pins mean? Well, the nautical chart I picked up earlier have a map like this one. Maybe one that matches the pins or something. Let's see. Okay, we've got 7 locations in a straight line. And each one has a word next to it. That's probably the speed. New material has been added to the file. See, it shows the directions of southwest, southwest, northwest, east, north, and straight. The They have a word next to each one on the map. That works up with what we've got. Yeah, south. So what? Full, half, slow, full, half, dead, stop. Okay. I don't know if I'll need to make a note of all these, but can't hurt. This isn't good. So many drawers, but nothing inside them. Alright, okay. Well, cheers. It's got a weird shape. I mean, it's clearly the shape of... It does look like the pocket watch would fit in here. Nothing. I imagine the pocket watch is intended to go in there. However, we need to do something to the watch first. Okay, well, there's probably going to be like a note somewhere. Oh. A note somewhere that will be like, oh. Okay, well, that's just that way. A compass. It appears to be broken, however. You see the glass covering it smashed to pieces. Well, steering wheel might be a more appropriate term. Would it though? An engine order telegraph. They use this on the old ship to adjust the speed of the ship. Like the gear shift in a car? Well, it's a little different. The device doesn't connect directly to the engine. In short, it's a transmitter. The navigation officer uses it to set the speed of the ship and then sends a signal to the engine. There's a handle on top, which can be moved back and forth to... Hold on. There's no handle. You're right, there isn't. Looks like it's been deliberately removed. Can I... No. Okay, well, I don't have anything to put as a handle, so let's keep looking around. I didn't have a tails for a while, some amount of time. Yeah, no, see, so I've got the opposite. So, like, when I grew up, like, you had, like, a Super Nintendo, and, like, N64 controllers a bit weird, like, GameCube, and then, like, I've got, like, the Switch and stuff. So, yeah, I'm just, like, I'm used to it being the exact opposite of this. So, the amount of times it confuses me is ridiculous. And what destiny does it point us to? I didn't really pay attention to that, but I don't feel like I really got anything important from it. The steering wheel. Let's see. Whoa! Looks like this steering wheel moves. Let's see. When you the steering wheel, the compass also moved. The ship, it's moving. Haha, I tricked you, didn't I? Oh, Jesus, Ace. Don't make me regret picking you right now. The wheel and the compass must be connected to one another somehow. I've got that between the Joy-Cons and even the GameCube controller. No, right, it's just... It gets confusing. And then X is the worst, because X is on, like, so many, like, different places and different controllers. Alright. Northwest. Stooping so low, are you zero? Oh, I don't really know how that's stooping. To operate the engine telegraph. Let's give it a shot. So I want full, half, slow. What have I wrote there? That must be half. No, I don't think so. Look, there's something happening on the back wall of the wheelhouse. There's something on the wall that looks like, kind of like an arrival board. There's a whole bunch of words on the left side of the display. What the hell is this? The names of ports across the world. I imagine it's showing us the ship's route. You know, like the one that you see in an airport. Departing XX carrier, yada yada yada. Bring back the N64 C buttons. Right, the C buttons were so good! That was such a novel idea. I mean, I guess you've got like a second stick now. Hello, Aklos, how's it going? So I couldn't deal with Joy-Con. Yeah, no, I've got the Pro Controller as well. So I was actually using the Pro Controller. I use the Joy-Cons only when I'm playing handheld. Like, I actually play the Switch handheld quite a bit. It's very good for that. Oh, I get it. It does look like there are names of all the ports along the ship's route. Oh, yes, so they did. Those are some very nice emotes. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for some of my emotes. Like... Oh, really? No, I think the Pro Controller is like just the right shape. Although, I feel the control stick isn't great for precision sometimes. Like, I don't know, there's something about it that just seems like it easily... Like, just... Yeah. I think if I was playing a game I needed it precise, I would be... See, this coffee hype is going to be replaced with a hand kit. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That'll be quite good then. Are they going to be very, like, cat focused? 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Perhaps that's the arrival time? Looks like 10 seconds past 3 o'clock is the arrival time. Oh, wait, hold on. You just the pocket. Yeah, clearly it's the pocket watch. It's a plain iced coffee. That's a good emote. I like that. I'm sure I'll figure out like my emotes. Like, I feel like I'll come across them organically as I go. That's to give the pocket watch back, but you need to look so smug about it. Let's see what he... Oh, he moved the hands. 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Oh, so you changed it to match the final arrival time? Ace nodded slowly. You know what to do next, right? Give it a shot. Oh. Do you know what I feel this game should do? Which I don't know if it does, but it'd be great like for replays. Like, so let's say you pick this route, if you remember this, like if you could just change the pocket watch and just put it in and just coincidentally like open it. Look, we unlocked the door. Now we can get out of this route. Oh, well, let's go then. Do you know what we've still not done? We've still not opened the safe. Twitch admirers are fun. I've had someone who's came on my Twitch who was like super into my accent, and it was a bit weird, but it was enjoyable, I guess. You just roll with it.
This seems to be the only route.
Yeah, let's go. Wow. Well, these machines are weird. I've never seen any of them before.
I mean,
Wait, this one is...
Ah, yes. A telegraph key. These were used to
no,
transmit
it is quite
work
flattering.
a long time ago. This must be the communication office.
And that door?
Oh, okay. I wouldn't go far as simps. Though I did get some. I wouldn't complain. I wouldn't complain.
captain's quarters. Huh.
That's what it says.
Then, do you think...
Well, we won't know if we don't open it.
Not again.
What?
Damn. No. Wait. We didn't check his pulse yet.
Check his pulse, Yugi.
Maybe he's still alive. No pulse. Well,
Old Man River?
If only we knew how it happened. These wounds. I wonder what killed him. It must have been this.
I wonder what killed him. It must have been this bloodied weapon sitting right next to him. Thanks, Junpei.
These clothes. A captain. Does that mean this guy was Zero? Bracelet Zero.
This is too much of a red herring.
It may be wise to find a way out of here first.
Yeah, you're right.
I need to like be careful not to push down, 'cause I don't want to see which route I'm on. I don't want to know which ending I'm getting. What killed him? Is he still alive? I'm clearly a genius capable of tricking everyone. Well, everyone apart from Ace, apparently. Okay, well, first of all, we have a camera here. A camcorder. It looks like it was pointed at the door. Well, the power's on. Why would someone videotape a door? It's just standing where... Okay, well, I clearly need to get a passcode for that. There's blood on the chair. Do you think it was the dead? No. No, it clearly was not the dead guy who's bleeding everywhere, Clover. Thanks. Oh, can I not? I guess I can't check the music box. You mean, like this body? Yeah, but whoever killed him didn't do that. Why not? Well, clearly because they wanted us to... They might just not have noticed the space under the bed, or he didn't think of hiding the body, or he didn't have time to hide it, or maybe they didn't want to... Okay, at least he said that. There's blood on the body flowing from the wound. Is it dead guys? I mean, you know, I'll give her, like, the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to try it one more time. Okay, I definitely cannot click on the music box. Oh, the music in this room is quite good, actually. The screen shows the big hospital room. Just some random hallways in this one, showing what's happening in the central staircase. Don't recognise the room in this one. Why don't we just press one of these? What the hell is this? Whatever the camera sees is sent to this screen.
Huh. Z-E-R-O, huh. It's like he's making fun of us. What do you think?
Nothing.
Well, okay, you know what? Move along.
About him. Do you think that's really Zero?
There's no way that's him. Didn't I tell you already? Zero is one of us.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know that for sure, though. We summarise that as a...
Figure out who this guy is, but don't you think we should figure out how to get out of here first?
But
Please, I don't want to waste any more time.
all right, sure thing.
What's the deal with this? It's some kind of code. There are 4 rows of numbers at each letter. They all start with 0 and end in A, F, N, V, respectively. Maybe this has something to do with the number bases? Number bases? So a numeral system chart found in the captain's quarter. 10 is base 10 is written in as A in hexadecimal. Therefore, 11 is B, 12 is C, 13 is D. Okay, yeah, that's fine, and so on. This chart shows the rules of each number system. Weird. So 0 to 8, and then 99, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I guess I need to figure out which one each one is, but why? It's an old telegraph machine. I'll be honest, I have no idea how it works. A set of small screwdrivers. And ink. So there's drawers. The only thing that's locked. Interesting. Oh. What's this? It's blank. There's nothing written on it. But maybe if we cover it in the ink. Okay, maybe not. I was gonna say maybe it's covered in invisible ink. Most likely used to transmit radio signals of some sort. I experimented with it earlier, but to no avail. I imagine it's broken. It's like a hook. That wasn't a joke. Hands up moving. Little surprised that the time is wrong then, I suppose. And there's nothing on the back. Junpei, what are you doing? We've searched the... Oh, okay, that's the wheelhouse room. Wait, where's this guy's dead body? Yes, we can't have too many options. If Junpei just dips the paper in the bottle of ink, it's probably... I guess that's fair. That's fair. Shows up in the middle of the top screen back there. You've got a short lifeline, Junpei. Jesus, woman. Just about numbers. See, there's a hole at the bottom to the right there. I think you need to put in a key first. Okay, well, we need to try and find a key. I feel like... Okay, there we go. Oh, hold on, 2 seconds. My phone is going crazy right now. Why is it going so crazy? Discord, that's why. It's a lamp, but it doesn't turn on. Oh, no, I looked, damn. Okay, we have a cell. Ooh! Morse code chart. Some kind of code. I think it's probably Morse code. Can I do anything? Oh, hold on, what about these screens? There's nothing on this monitor, just that. Oh, okay. So I clearly need to do like the Morse code to try and open this up to get the key, right? But what did I do the Morse code on? This probably used to be a door. Nobody's going through it as long as there's metal plates there, though. Yeah, as if a desk's like a big problem. Oh. Okay, no, I think it's just the design. I thought there was like something written on the chair there. Huh. So as you expected, right? Now you've got the pattern of dots and lines on the paper. I imagine it's Morse code. These dots and lines. Okay, well, yeah, I know it's Morse code, but when I do that... Oh, that's what I do with that. My Morse code's like very rusty, so I don't actually know what that said anything.
Looks like there's something on the cover. ALLICE.
All ice.
But isn't it supposed to say all ice?
Okay, I was just joking when I said
This
that.
doesn't have a space between the L and the I. Are they saying that ALLICE is a single word? What the hell is this?
They are hieroglyphs, a form of writing used in ancient Egypt.
Ancient Egypt?
That's right.
What is this
Can you
dialogue?
read that?
Ancient Egypt.
Of course. I can't. What would make you think I could?
Maybe you were ancient Egyptian.
What the hell? Whoa, the whole thing's like that. Huh? What's this? Oh, a key card.
Uranus. That's the Uranus symbol.
Something's written on the bottom. Bottom deck library. This must be the key to the library then. Is the bottom deck a library? Anyway, whatever. It's gonna have to wait. I can't do anything right now.
Key with a leather case. If it isn't metal, I guess it would be ceramic. Oh, no, I don't go that way. I go. No, not that one. Here we go. Maybe, okay, what I'm thinking is... if that's 10, 11, 12, D is 13, oh, E is 14, H is 17, I is 18. Okay, this is definitely the first like proper math puzzle. 19. K is 20. L is 21. M 22. N is 23. 24. 28, 29, 30. What a weird number, 31. Okay, I thought it was going to be the digital roots, but if I have to put in 8 numbers, then that would be what, 8, 15, 23, 31. No? Did I muck up somewhere? Oh, what was if it is a digital root? I hope it's not a digital roots. Hold on, let me. Why isn't it letting me? Oh. UV. WB 30. UVW. X. Y. Is it that then? Is it 35, 14, 27, 24? Fourteen, 27, 24. Woohoo! Easy peasy. Look, she's got so happy all of a sudden. Excellent, you seem to have unlocked it. Good work, Junpei. I mean, what can I say? I'm a genius.
All right, let's go.
Oh, okay. That's a weird. Like, I feel like the note itself is enough of a clue for you to figure out where to get to that. I mean, I guess the Morse code thing is just like a nice little hint.
That's the next door.
Like if you know Morse code, like the only Morse code I remember is SOS.
Wait, a piece of paper. This is map of the ship's interior for ADEC.
What's wrong?
I found a map for this floor.
I see.
Well, that was anticlimactic. I should keep this though.
I think it's ... dash 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 ... to get SOS.
Hey, where's Clover? Damn it! What the hell is she up to?
But also, it does look a bit like that face, so...
Huh?
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing? What the hell is that?
What?
You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, this?
It's bombs!
This is... I wonder.
What the hell?
Come on, we gotta hurry.
Clover, what's that on your back? A stick. Hey, Clover! What the hell's that thing on your back? Is she ignoring me? For crying out loud.
Oh no!
The big stairs.
You see, I like that. I like you don't have to have like all the clues.
Just like it says on the map. Ace, did he head down? Oh, there he is.
Look, the 4 others are there too.
Really?
Let's join them. Jumpy, Clover,
What's up?
we found it.
Found what?
We found it.
What did you find?
Clearly the 9 door.
The last door. We found door 9.
What?
Come on, just follow us. We'll explain on the way.
Okay. Well, if that's the case...
Wait for me.
We should get going as well.
Jumpy, we finally made it.
Yeah, it's finally time. We've reached the end. Something's bothering me. Only 3 to 5 people can go through the numbered door. 7 of us are on our way to door 9. That means that, best case scenario, there will be 2 of us who have to stay behind. 2 people. Is there a way? 4:30. We've only got 90 minutes left. I've got no time to wonder about it now. Hey, Junpei! June! What the hell are you 2 doing? Hurry it up!
Let's go, Jumpy.
Yeah.
Just leave June
What
and
about
leave
door
Lotus.
What about door 2?
Door 2 is the only one we didn't. We haven't gone through it, I mean.
Yes, that is true.
Are you guys okay with that? Not investigating it, I mean?
So what? We found door 9. We don't need any of the other doors.
What's the point? Huh? What's the point in going to door 9? We can't all go through it, right?
Oh, we're getting raided. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, raiders. Welcome. You've come at an exciting time. So for anyone who's just came in, doesn't know what's going on. So this is 999. 9 doors, 9 persons, 9 hours, something in that order. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Yes. It's going well. So we're getting close to the end of one of the story routes. It looks like because you can make multiple choices, so obviously the story diverges. Currently, I trust no one. And I'm ready to be betrayed by any one of these characters right now, and I'm ready for it to end tragically. So, welcome everyone. We are going to have a tragic time. So for those of you who don't know, close. It is Scottish. Although I do have some Irish ancestry, so that might sneak in every now and again. But yeah, so if people don't know, this game is basically Anime Saw. So 9 people have been trapped on a boat, and they had 9 hours to escape through all these like strange, bizarre puzzles. And also, like, if they failed to like work together, they would explode and die. So, well, it is a little bit mixed. And also, my mum is from London, so I just have like a big mash of accents going on in my life. It's just you basically just throwing the whole UK in and then just stuck them together. Yeah. So, when everyone got kidnapped and put on this boat, and while they were unconscious, they were made to swallow bombs. So when we go through like a numbered door, is what they're called. And we like activate it, like it sets off these like watches that are on, and if we don't deactivate, we have like 81 seconds to deactivate it. There's like a switch in the room, and if we don't deactivate it, then they explode. Although a lot of that's just covered in cutscenes, like, which I kind of upset about. I would have liked to have had the chance to explode if I got mucked up.
It's like a jigsaw.
Thank you for the follow. It is a very crazy story. Tongue-tied. It is a very crazy storyline.
Best way to finish it quickly is to do the border pieces first. You know?
So far right now we found the exit, but Clover here is like, but there's one other room that we've not been in. Shouldn't we maybe investigate that before we go to the exit? And also, only 3 to 5 people can go through a numbered door at one time, and we have 9 people, so potentially at least 2 people are going to die.
Or what? You think all 7 of us should go to door 9? And then we argue over who stays behind and who gets to go? Do we really want to do that again? Who knows? If we check out door 2, maybe we'll find something. Maybe we can find a way to get all of us out. Huh. I don't know what might be in there. We may not find anything. But don't you think it'd be better to at least have a look? I mean, am I wrong? Does that sound wrong to you guys?
Yeah, you do have a point.
Also, like, there's a bunch of hidden keys in each of these
Last time
rooms.
I checked the clock, it was 4:30.
We also should probably get all these
We've got a lot of
keys.
time, but
'Cause I feel like-
think about it, we might have time to take a look.
You're right.
I feel like if we just run to the exit, take 6 body to the...
Let's go take a look
Eh.
at door 2.
I always wonder, what happens if like we just picked up the number 9 watch? Could we just be person number 9 as well?
Down to door 2.
Who shall go then?
Let's see.
Me. I'm going.
Then June, 7, and I need to go with her.
Hey, why do you get to...
I don't mind. We'd only waste time arguing over it.
Jumpy, I'm okay too.
See?
Okay, yeah, so everyone has like a numbered watch as well. And so you need to, like, say you're going through door 2, everyone who touches it, you need to add all their numbers together, and then you keep adding till there's only like one number. Like, you know, if you add it up and then it gets to 15, you then add 1 and 5, and it gets you 6. So that's how you would open door 6.
Can we just go now?
So you need to all work together as a team.
Fine.
Alright, let's get going. I'll see you later.
Okay,
it's been fascinating. It's like a really interesting game, and I think it's got like, from what I can see from like the
Lotus, would you be so
the
kind as to
navigation, there's like 5 different endings by the looks of it, which is pretty exciting. I like that. I like multiple choice endings.
Go with you. Well, I didn't think people still talked that way outside of the 1950s. Well, I'm a mother. Would that be a problem for you?
That wasn't what I meant to.
I like how she was just all in with that. She was like, but you know, I'm a mother, but I mean, if you're into it, I'm into it.
I was hoping you would come with me.
Seriously, though. I was kidding.
Oh man. Okay, I kind of ship
So,
that.
where was it you wanted to take me?
I might do. Like, I mean, this
There's
game's not
something I
been that long.
Hey man, what the hell?
And like, if I skip through some of the scenes I've already seen, I could probably get to the other endings.
Well, it's not like that. Once I've shown Lotus, I'll show you.
Really?
Of course.
Fine. Do whatever you want.
Thanks, Junpei. Are you coming, Lotus?
Fine. Doesn't look like they're going to be back anytime soon. I might as well go and see whatever it is you think is so important.
Thank you. Well then, shall we go?
I'm very suspicious of him right now. No, that's quite alright, Faye. You're more than welcome to lurk.
They're so slow. What's keeping Ace and Lotus?
I'm very suspicious of them. Right? Because earlier, Ace did a bad touch.
Clover! I guess you're the first one back. Where's everybody else? What happened?
Where are Ace and Lotus?
Oh, Ace said he wanted to show Lotus something, so they went into that hallway.
Oh, then they went over there?
Yeah, I think so. So where are June, Santa, and Seven? Why aren't they with you?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Here, let me show you.
Oh no.
Huh? Bracelets. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit. No. No, no, no. No way. No way. This has got to be some kind of joke. This can't be real. 3, 7, 6.
Oh no. She just killed them all? This is not the ending I wanted. Not Santa.
Why?
Revenge for my brother. He was forced into door 3 and murdered. You need at least 3 people to open a door. Who were the 2 that opened that door with him? It could only have been Santa and Seven. That's why I killed them.
But why June?
Why did you kill June?
Because she tried to protect them. She was in my way. She had to die too.
Okay, this angers me because we had evidence that her brother didn't die and we just kept quiet on it because Junpei's an idiot.
No!
Hey, Junpei. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's leave this ship.
What the hell are you talking about? To open a numbered door,
Yes, I know. You need at least 3 people. But as long as we have this,
That's the Zero bracelet. You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
oh, this? This is... See? You get it now? If we have the Zero bracelet, we can leave. You and I can open door 9 with just the 2 of us. See? So let's go. Come on. Hurry up. Junpei. Junpei.
Oh, I don't like this.
Huh?
No, she just axed me.
Thanks, Junpei. I'm just gonna borrow this, okay?
Oh no! How did I get the bad end? No! Let me ask you a question. No, where did I go wrong? You've reached one ending. The game has multiple endings. In order to experience all the endings, you need to play through the game multiple times. Make sure you save your progress to retain all information you've acquired. Memory escape enables you to replay the escape rooms you have completed. Okay. But like... locked. So, was I missing something for like... Oh. Sometimes you have to lose to win. No, I don't want to watch it again.
Might I take a look at it?
Hey.
Oh,
Yeah, there is. You checked on us. Now get out of here. We split this stuff up for a reason, alright?
Why did I say that? I didn't need to speak to Ace that way. I feel kind of off somehow.
Oh, I see. Of course. I apologize for the intrusion. Well, best of luck.
Ow.
Yes. There was something I wanted.
Yeah?
Pardon me.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
No, is there no way, like, am I just stuck in this right now? Hold on.
Justin.
You
I managed.
then
Oh, simple cure.
So, locked, unlocked. What's the locked mean? No, I think it was just viewing the scene. Like, 'cause there wasn't an option there for me to do anything, so I was clearly locked into that route. So there must have been an option earlier in the game that... You need the white keys. So you can move around the game of the options. Okay. But there must be like... Was there another thing I could have done there? Or... Okay, so if you want to unlock them, you need to pick another route and find the missing items. Okay, right. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I wonder if there was something I could have done to avoid getting the bad end that time. I mean, other than going that way, I guess. How do I get out of this? None of my buttons are working. I can't get out of the screen. Oh, okay. Interesting. I mean, I don't know, because, like... I take it, is that the bad end there as well then, I wonder? Or another bad end? I genuinely cannot get out of the screen. Is it pick a point to go forward from? I guess this point.
I thought we were finished with that topic.
Then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Oh my god, enough! Talking won't...
You're right.
Very well.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Okay, right, we'll jump to this point and see what happens.
Correct.
But who's
Oh yeah, all 8 of us can't.
Then it would.
Okay, here we go. That's how I speed it up. Okay, so I already know I've picked that one.
8 plus 3 plus 6 with the digital root of
it's for.
Oh, interesting. So it shows me
Four-
the options I've already picked at least. That's good. I like that.
I'll go through door 4 with Lotus, Santa, and June.
Okay, so these must be like the multiple choice brainwaves.
There's nothing to worry about. I just need to stay by her side. This should be fine. It's no problem this way. I should see the other 4 off.
Looks like Ace and the others are going.
Okay, this is great though. This means we also get a chance to like find out more about Santa.
Now then, goodbye.
Be careful.
So horrible.
What are you doing? We need to hurry.
Okay, that's good. I was worried I was gonna have to like go again from the very, very beginning.
It's fine. Hurry. Or are you planning on dying with everyone else?
So that's not too bad then. I like
So
that.
You haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
Sorry, Snake.
Let's go.
Okay, yeah. So getting all the endings now becomes a much easier
What is
task.
it over there? Did you find anything? Please say something, will you?
Something's beeping.
It's just like before.
Probably the sound of the detonator.
Oh, that is such. I assume in the original you couldn't. That is such a good improvement on a game like this. Like,
Okay.
I don't know if any of you guys have ever played Devil Survivor. It's like a RPG slash strategy-ish game on the DS and the 3DS. Like they did an improved port on that. That game has like 5 or 6 endings. But once you complete it, you then have to go again from the very beginning. And like RPG games are already long as is. Yeah, you can skip through the dialogue, but you also have to redo like all the fights and all the boss battles. So it makes getting like all of the endings a little bit tedious, and you can burn out really fast that way. And like, there's part of me like always wants to see the other endings, but also I'm like, I can't bother playing through the same game like 5 times in a row.
Hey, there it is. That's gotta be that dead thing. Come on, get over here. We gotta authenticate.
The beeping stopped.
Yeah, that's so much smoother. If you could just jump to those different like
Look at stop.
branching points and make changes
Hey,
then.
guys, are you doing all right over there?
Yes, we're fine. Oh, and hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay? The dead is just like the red, but the color's different. You know how the red was red?
You know the red was red.
Dead is blue. Other than that, it's just like the red. Authenticating is the same too.
Awesome. Thanks. That helps a lot.
See now everything just feels twisted. Like she's helping us, but like she just murdered us.
Move on now. You be careful out there.
Roger that.
Now it's our turn. I'll go first. Okay. We ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah, no, like I don't mind a bit of grinding sometimes, but I think it's more just like I think because you have to go through like the same story scenes over and over and over again.
Damn.
Like the time you're doing it like, on your third run through the game in quick succession, you're just like, I don't want to do this. I don't mind doing the odd like level grind. That's fine. I am looking forward to Shin Megami Tensei 5 though when that comes out.
We need to hurry and find the device.
Hey, where the hell is the dead?
How would I know?
Don't give me that crap. Start looking.
I already am.
Oh my god, Santa's just going straight down. That's quite alright, hipster.
Oh no, how many rooms
I
do we
always
got?
welcome a lurker, so it's quite alright. Yeah, no, I enjoy Persona as well. Persona,
We don't have
um,
time to count.
like you maybe do need to do like a little bit of grinding in Persona, but not a lot.
It won't open. Shit, this one's no good.
Yeah, Santa's like going there. He's just like panic central right now. Yeah, definitely the older I get, the less I want to grind in
There
a
it
video
is,
game.
At the end of the hallway. Run! Hey, how many more seconds do we have?
How would I know?
Our time
Thanks, June.
I'm asking you how many seconds we have left. Hurry! It's the dead. Get over here. Come on, everyone.
Oh no. See, I find trying to do other stuff while I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons quite hard.
Looks like it stopped. There's another door at the end of the hallway. Let's try this one first. And of course it won't open.
Why is it zoomed in on the light? What a weird thing to...
Keyhole. What's this mark? Mail?
No, not exactly. That's probably the symbol of Mars. Well, technically, they are the same symbol. But I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway. The symbols of the solar system.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, that's right.
Like, I've only been doing like one Dungeons and Dragons campaign because we just started like playing recently, and none of us have like our own sort of like arcs, so we just sort of like all exist
Sun.
together.
Saturn. And Earth.
At least that's what I'm assuming.
So this isn't the man symbol. It's a symbol for Mars?
I think so, yes.
I see.
Evil. Oh yeah, I love that. Evil
Wait.
pirates.
Where's Santa?
Yeah, so, I looked the place over. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open.
Then that must mean...
We only have 2 more doors.
maybe it's the room number.
The door on the left has a B92, and the one on the right says B93. Alright, let's open them. I'll open B92.
Okay, I'll get B93 then.
1, 2, 3!
Hey, it opened.
Yeah, it did. I didn't expect that.
It was so easy.
I wonder who does the voice for Junpei. I love him. I love his acting in
This
this.
is all part of Zero's plan. Can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet. Well, now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. You 2 take the other one.
Alright.
Okay.
Oh, I was kind of hoping for like some Santa backstory, but I guess we're just ditching him and just hanging out with just June. Fine, okay. This vase looks expensive. I wonder how much we could get for it. Oh my god. She is evil, I knew it. It's a kind of weird looking picture. Do you think it's an abstract painting or something? It looks kind of like a demon with an elephant-like nose, sucking on a human being's brain. Can't say I mind finding out a bit more of what goes on in there. Oh, no, Junpei, stay away from her. It's a display case, but there's nothing being displayed. How sad. Box of matches. Okay, what are we doing matches? Set fire to something.
Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now?
Yes. I'm fine.
Let me see your forehead.
Ah,
Guess it really has gone down.
That's even more suspicious.
worried about me?
Oh my god, we're already getting multiple dialogue choices here?
Yeah. I guess I am.
By the way, Jumpy.
Hmm?
How did you end up here?
What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I?
There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-Deck.
Damn straight.
But is that really the truth?
What?
Jumpy, are you hiding something from me?
No. Why would I?
Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious. I mean, why would 2 childhood friends...
Oh my
go
god, she's
into each
suspicious of
other in a
us?
place like this?
Hey, I could ask you the same thing. Are you hiding something?
What would I hide?
Well, I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know?
Man has a
You
point.
mean, like, the number of men I've dated? Do you want to know? Don't worry. Only 18. Times 0. Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet.
Yeah, I see.
Anyway, I'm not hiding anything.
She disgusts me.
Just like you, Jumpy. When I woke up, I was on D-Deck.
Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school.
I wonder. Look for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that?
Yeah, I do. So?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
She's been waiting for me.
I think this must
I'm
all have
Mr.
something
Right.
to do with a classmate of ours.
You got any ideas who it might be?
No, nothing.
Oh.
Well, if it had something to do with school,
Right? This is the
could be
worst
our
kind of flirting.
teachers or maybe the principal.
I mean, like, okay. There's part of me that gets this. She's like, oh, it must have something to do with our school because we're connected. Yeah, but how does that connect, like, Seven and Santa and Lotus? Like, you're forgetting that there's
Or the janitor.
a bunch of other
Porch
people.
lady.
Oh, I can barely remember any of them.
Yeah, I know.
Like, she's very, like, the world revolves around me. It's a bottle of water in it. This is a bedroom. They probably have it here because their throat always feels dry when you wake up, you know? My throat's dry, but I think it's because I'm a little nervous right now. Well, we did run a lot, and I'm kind of sweaty. Hey, Jumpy, do you think we could take a shower together? Just kidding. This is not the time or place.
This ship is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's probably about 900 feet long.
Must be one of those fancy cruise ships.
Of course, it doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Huh. Even if it's just some sort of style choice, there's just too much.
Do you remember what Zero said?
Okay. We're gonna skip past that because Zero's voice annoys me.
And the Titanic have something to do with each other?
That's a good point. I doubt he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason. Do you think this boat is a replica of the Titanic?
Can you imagine if it's like the actual Titanic?
Yeah, you know, like a copy of the actual boat.
Who on earth would make something like that?
Fans, crazy Titanic fans.
Oh no, not war
No
issues.
way. Do you even know how much money that would take?
No idea. But all they've got to do is break even, you know?
Break even?
Yeah, they could use it as a cruise ship.
Climb aboard, a piece of history, sail around the world in the resurrected Titanic.
Hell, with marketing like that, they'd probably have more customers than they know what to do with.
Oh no. Has your water been off for a while? If your tap water's brand, turn it on and leave it to run for a while. And see if it stays brand. Like turn it on like so it's going quite fast. And see if it stays brand or if it turns back to clear.
Do you really think people would want to ride on a ship with such an ominous past?
If it's not turning back from brand to clear, then that means that there is a problem with the pipes outside of the house, I believe. And there's like gunk getting into the pipes.
It's the site of the worst accident in history. Over 1,500 people died.
June,
I wouldn't be
the
surprised
worst
if we get
accident in
cursed just
history
for
in the
going.
Titanic. I mean, okay, I guess 600 people is a lot, so that's a big accident.
Curse, huh?
Jumpy, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff?
No, I do not believe in a curse.
Sorry, but I can't really say I believe in that kind of stuff. What about you? No, I guess that's kind of a dumb question.
Yes, I do believe in curses. In fact, I think it was a curse that sunk the Titanic.
What?
Curse that we're not right now.
It sank the Titanic. The curse of the Egyptian mummy.
Did she say Egyptian?
Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amun-Ra, which was stolen from a pyramid. And they say that the mummy had a history. Everyone involved with it died mysterious deaths. Come on, I'm sure you've heard of it before. Those who open the coffin will be forever cursed. Haven't you ever heard that one?
So you're saying the Titanic sunk because of that curse?
That's right.
That's stupid. I don't buy it.
So stupid.
True.
How can you be so sure?
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. It was really mysterious. Totally unbelievable.
What is so unbelievable about it?
Well, supposedly, she was really pretty.
Pretty?
Yes,
But she was a mummy.
that's right. She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She almost looked alive.
It could be something like that, yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, it's that thing. I don't remember the name. Where your body turns into some kind of wax. Yeah. The fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right? And
Yes, saponification. But that's not what it was.
Who is this girl? She's just like, oh, look at me. Oh, I've dated 18 times 0, but by the way, I'm an expert in saponification.
That's not it. She wasn't wax.
then what was it?
They say that she was frozen.
What? Frozen.
What?
That's right. The whole body was frozen solid. You know how a human body is more than 60% water? Well, all of that water was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
That's crazy.
I think so too, but maybe it's true and we just didn't know about it before.
I didn't know.
Yep. Maybe it's common sense to eat shaved ice in the desert because it lasts forever.
Huh? Nah, that seems too silly to be true.
But maybe it isn't. It just appears that way because you didn't know it was true.
Well,
Ice that doesn't melt, even in the desert? Does something like that really exist? No, even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it?
It'd be all ice. It's a dresser. There's nothing on top. A key. Do you think it's a key to the dresser? Okay. Well. Well, no. Hey. Yeah, this looks a lot like the one. Oh, this one's full. It's the wrong key. Huh. Well, it seems to be full of, like, Chinese artifacts. I like how he just assumes that, like, robots cracked the pipe. Oh, okay, that's good then. Well, at least, like, they're fixing it. I also like how, like, Junpei just assumed they never tried the light switch. He's like, oh, these two are clearly too dumb to have tried that. Oh no, I want to go this way. Okay, well that clearly matches. So two, I think that's the case. You need to collect all 3 tiles, right? Okay, so I just have to find the other 3 tiles, and I do the genius will solve this problem. Have you tried turning it on and off again? Wait, hold on. Maybe there's. I'm glad that Santa was calling me out on that there. Right, hold on. Yeah, that's that bit. Oh, what was if we? thanks to that, we can see. There must be... I bet there's more stuff under the pillows, right? Oh my god, this woman, like, she needs to control herself. Like, we look at a bed and already she's like, maybe Junpei will sleep with me. No, girl, I know you're evil. Stay away. Keep your feminine wiles away from me. Oh wait, hold on, I have matches. She's desperate. Right, I mean, that makes it even creepier in some ways. Like, you know, she's known us since we were wait, hold on, there's a candle right here. Yeah, so Junpei is like smart enough to be able to trick people on a voting thing, but not smart enough to know, ow, hot thing should be put down. Imagine if she's was just to be with you. Right? I mean, girl, that is commitment right there. Hey Junpei, it's a cupboard! There's a freaking cupboard in here! Okay, like, Santa seemed so cool in all the routes where I didn't hang out with him, and now that I'm spending some time with him, I'm like, this guy's a loser. A curtain? A shower curtain, huh? A pile of pillows. Supposed to kind of... I know, if I set fire to the dresser I can see. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if that was where Junpei went with that. Hey, what the hell? It just got dark all of a sudden. Oh, weird. This is such like a ridiculous one. Okay, right, so... What was the first one that I did again, originally? It wasn't the casino. Yeah, it was the one with the piano. Okay, that one kind of made a bit of sense, right? You get the right things, play the right piano tunes. This one is like, oh, you need to find the matches, to burn down the candles, so that you can get the secret key to open up this. Okay, and then I assume...
Junpei, you got a minute?
Okay, here we go. Now we're finally getting Santa's backstory.
Here, take this.
A bookmark? What is this for? Do you want me to read a book?
King of Sass right here.
Found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it anyway.
Then why don't you hold on to it?
As if I can read Santa.
You know what I hate most in the world? I got 4 things.
Oh, Jesus, here we go. Here we go.
Hope, faith, love, and luck.
He's so edgy.
Hope, faith, love, and luck?
Damn straight.
And you hate these things?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
God, I mean, I figured he might have been slightly edgy, you know, with the weird, like, cloth thing hanging around him,
Not
but...
really, but what does a bookmark have to do with any of that?
Because it's got a 4-leaf clover, and may bring good luck, and I hate luck.
See, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? And that meaning is pretty much those 4 words. It's like flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So, leaf language,
Wait, so,
I
like,
guess?
the 4 leaves in the clover symbolise the four. Just coincidentally symbolise the four things that Santa hates most in the world. And then we've got one girl who's like called herself Clover. I bet he killed Snake just so he could be like, oh, I really hate four-leaf clovers, so I'll kill her brother. That'll teach her.
Leaf words. Hope, faith, love, and luck. The meaning of the leaves on a four-leaf clover.
So, yeah, I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, alright?
For someone who's like so edgy, like he's very keen on his flower languages.
Alright, sure. I'll take it.
Oh, man, I feel a lot better now. That thing was a real pain, you know?
You really hate those 4 words that much?
Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know? Hope, faith, love, even your destiny.
Oh no, betrayed by a clover.
Well, that's not my only reason.
What?
That's not the only reason I hate the four-leaf clover. I just can't bring myself to like the number 4.
What, worried about the 4 horsemen?
Nah, come on, man. That's just silly. Maybe back in the Dark Ages that kind of crap scared people. This is the 21st century. And I'm a 21st century guy. I'm a little insulted.
Then why do you hate 4 so much?
Because it's a half-ass number.
Does he know Clover?
Best
He-
or the worst.
She
That's
asked him a question once. Like, this is a weird, like, obviously this has so much more context to it
9 is
now.
a way better number. So what if it's last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number.
What is this?
What are you...
You play?
play?
I mean, like, stock
You
market?
mean like the stock market?
Nah, that's not what I mean. Where the hell would you think that? I mean, yeah, I do stocks too, but
You? A stockbroker?
yeah, got a problem with that?
No, you just... You don't look like the type.
Man, that stuff's just like gambling, you know? All you gotta do is bet on the winning horse. Nothing that hard about it.
You sure sound
This is
pretty
the
confident.
weirdest conversation. No, okay, this is the second weirdest
So,
conversation in the game.
Betting on winning horses?
Of course I am. You remember a couple years back when the stock for Cradle Pharmaceuticals shot through the roof? Stacked
No? Why would anyone just know that?
if I do say so myself.
Huh.
Hey, how long are you gonna stand around wasting time? Stop screwing around.
The lady has spoken. We better get back to work before we really piss her off. I don't want her beating me up.
Hey, wait! We weren't done! Okay, I'll get back to work. Damn it.
I'm just like being a bridge between 2 rooms. I mean, I like how I've clearly shown that by going between the 2 rooms I can solve the puzzles, and they're still like, ah, Junpei, what a dick. Okay, hold on. Let's have a look at this curtain. Is that a shower curtain? It looks like it's probably waterproof, and there's some metal rings on the edge, probably, so you could hang it off a pole. Looks pretty big. There's a hole in the curtain, like a bug chewed through it or something. Gasp. There's not really like a pole anywhere, right? Oh, hello. It's a bathroom wall. Okay, well, I didn't realize there was a bathroom here. But now I'm... Oh. I go, no, stop trying to flirt with her. Okay, well that'll probably mean there's like a bathroom in the other one though. Whoa, look, Junpei, there's a mushroom growing out of the wall. That's the shower head. Oh, weirdo. Oh. Pretty big peephole. Somebody's really dedicated. A normal shower curtain? How suspicious. Exactly Midnight Sun. Incredibly suspicious. Well, hold that bit. You gotta wonder if maybe they wanted to be caught. So you're saying that maybe the one getting spied on was into that shit? Maybe you were into like those home invasion fantasies. Home invasion? Interesting. I see. You two are real idiots, you know that? No, there must be something to that though. Right, from here the tile is, it looks like it's 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Ah, okay. I think I figured that out then. So then I go. Let's see, I saw a particular tile when I looked through the hole in the shower curtain. Maybe I'll look in the same place over here. 5th from the top, 3rd from the right. It's weird that this made me remember that. I feel like that'll be like a mini game to remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it also looks actually. If you look at it, it looks off. Okay, well now that we've got all the free bits, we can head back. No, let's... Easy peasy. And there goes the frame. What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's like a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe. Let's take it. It's probably going to be the Mars key, right? This one has the Mars symbol. Ooh, we did it!
Deal with this picture anyway.
I think I've seen this picture before.
Oh, of course you have. How convenient.
In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory. I saw this picture in his book.
I think at this point everyone's zero right now, and everyone's just messing with Junpei.
What's this interesting theory?
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it is giving me a headache.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shape of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye.
What part of that isn't difficult, exactly?
Alright, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
Telepathy?
Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it's close enough for a simple approximation.
Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are? Kids from the 70s? I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that.
Yes, I agree. I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I'm in no position to defend or condemn anything it said. It was probably just someone latching onto a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory. There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm
Who
sure.
is this woman?
But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book. Hey, what do you think this picture looks like?
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there.
What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
I guess it looks like...
Okay, I don't really see a man's face. Or a butterfly. I feel like I kinda see a dog. don't know what I see. I mean, I can't really get a good look at it.
It's Butterfly.
Oh, well, I've said butterfly now.
Cho Butterfly Yusofa. This is the head, and this is the nose and the mouth.
Wait, what? What's a Cho Yusofa?
Wait, what? You mean you don't know? He's a former pro wrestler and a huge movie
Oh no, I've
star.
picked like the worst
He was
one.
just in this movie called Man Bag. Oh, man, it was so sweet. He was all like, no, 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 throwing the bag around like a big mouth. And then like guns and gadgets and stuff would just fly out of it. Damn, just thinking about it gives me chills.
You're just screwing with me, aren't you, Junpei? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you.
I did not mean to pick that. Oh, see, like I was thinking
See?
dog.
Like this.
Oh, okay. That was not. So see, like,
So,
how can I show you? See, like the bit that's like got the black bit going in, a bit like Florida. Like I thought that was like a howling dog, maybe.
now we know what it's a picture of, but
But yeah, okay, I can see what she means.
A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once. They took two similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify initially, but once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else.
No, yeah, I can see the
These
dog
two
there.
pictures. The first was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog. So, their experiment. First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world, outside the reach of British Airways. To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc. Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects. Roughly 1,000 people. They were shown the two pictures and
I mean, I
asked,
guess I
"What
could
does
kind
this
of.
picture look like to you?"
No, see that now. All I can see
The
is a dog.
results weren't really interesting on their own. 9.2% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. 3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture. Then, 2 days later, they aired a new program on their show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the broadcast, it was a safe bet that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture was at least that many. After another 2 days passed, they gathered more research subjects from areas outside the reach of British TV and radio.
This one is such a weird route.
They only found a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them had participated in the first test. They were, however, given the same tests and the same two pictures. The results?
Like the first one was just, I'm a blind man and I can run backwards, and this is just like, have you ever read about this book on telepathy? Here's the strange British like mind test that happened.
10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test sat at a 9.2% success rate. Not much of a change statistically. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result. The percentage of people able to successfully find the dog, it went from 3.9% to 6.8%. A very significant.
I don't think it's that big.
So do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment?
No, I really
There was no
genuinely
way the
don't.
second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't have seen it. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up.
Everyone in this group is the worst. Like, I'm sorry, bring back Seven, please. Seven might have had like super amnesia, but like, at least he was a normal
Whoa.
person.
How did that happen?
oh wait, does this have something to do with that field or whatever it was that you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye. So, if more people know the answer, then that information will pass through the field. Huh.
Psych! I was just kidding.
Right? Bring them back. Honestly, like,
Well,
these two are the worst. She's like, maybe we're all telepathy, or maybe we don't have telepathy. Who knows? And Santa's like, I hate all things
but the
nice.
results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by.
Oh my
They could have
god.
easily falsified them. In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station after all.
Right. Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute.
Also, I like how she complained, right? When he was talking about how does the stock market, she's like, people, we need to hurry this up. Get back to work. And she just went off on like, what, a half-hour documentary about British television.
Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience.
Oh, okay, right.
Coming from the woman who's like, maybe our brains are wireless.
All right, enough nonsense. We've got the key. Let's get out of here.
Word.
A field not visible to the naked eye. Morphogenetic.
She is dedicated to this. Is that telling you, like, you need to remember this? Okay, well, fair enough. Alright, we made it! You found it! Such like a ridiculous like congratulations message.
Another hallway.
Come on, oh,
It's not going to open because you rattled it, you know.
damn it.
Look over here!
Elevators. And the buttons. Of course they don't work.
The power must be out here too, just like by the staircase.
That leaves this door. Well, looks like we don't have any choice.
Yeah.
Sikawea, you found it! It's so happy actually in some ways.
Alright, here I go.
Oh, so it's a kitchen.
What were you expecting?
Isn't it obvious? The exit. I was hoping this would be the way out of here.
It's more like a tense Blue's Clues. I love
Really
that.
think it'd be that easy?
Yeah, I know. Still.
If we can just get through this door, we should come out on the other side of that grate we saw earlier.
Oh, I guess I was meant to think that. Sorry, I guess that wasn't very constructive. I mean, what happened to the voices?
Anyway, let's take a look.
Hey,
What's that?
Huh? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you. I found this a little while ago. It's a map of the B deck.
let me see that. See? Look.
Yes, yes, hold your horses.
What did you figure out?
This is handy.
See? We came in here. Now if we go out there, then we'll be on the other side of the grate.
How about that? She's right. We can get out through there.
Well, that's lucky.
There we go. Here, you can have it back.
Thanks.
There's a card reader on the right side of the door.
And that means the key card is somewhere in here, right?
You wrote it in. Hurry up and solve the puzzles, you morons.
That seems the most.
I don't know, I feel like, well, I guess you did it this time. Lucky is probably more like in tone with the rest of this.
We know what we need to do then. Let's get moving. First off, I say we split up and look for clues.
Okay.
I mean, the kitchen's not that big. I don't think we need to split up. We're just having a look around. A voucher, it says appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F. Okay, that's probably a clue. Those usually come in square plates. Well, excuse me, princess. My God, who is Junpei? And you flip these over, they look like hats. The middle is super deep for a plate. Makes you think a poor college student has the money to do something like that. I mean, I feel like Junpei is... I think there's going to be 15 of these plates, assuming they're for seafood. If you take a later dinner, you're going to embarrass yourself. I feel sorry for you, June. Why the hell are you bringing up June? Lady doth protest too much, methinks. You are not terribly subtle. Junpei, take that plate off you. Right, like... Junpei confuses me. I can't pin down Junpei at all. But that was using the hexadecimal again there. Well, it's made out of silver. I bet drinking tea from this pot would be really yummy. Spending a day off June drinking tea. Could such a day ever happen for me? Jesus, Jumpy. Okay, well, a bunch of notes. None of them are that important. Okay, let's... The rolling pin might be useful. Oh my god, listen lady, I did you a favour. And what favour did he do? Who are these? Oh my god, these two just cannot do anything together. It's embarrassing. Okay, our number to this thing. Is it the oven timer? Okay, well I need to look around for hints for it. Let me just try and guess. Fair enough. This factor doesn't match your number of plates on the table. It says appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F on the voucher. That means the plates 9 appetizer, 16 meat, 10 soup, 15 seafood. Because they're using hexadecimal. Okay, we got that. Interesting that this one sets up a clue for later on. Familiar with base 10, right? It's a normal system of numbers. I know it sounds strange, but you can think of it as just 6 letters added to the normal number system after 9. What would 9, what was F again? 15, so that would be... Oh, he did it for me, never mind. Nine is 9, even hexadecimal. 10 soup plates, 10 is A. Sixteen is written as 10. What? No. Okay, maybe it is. No shit, 16 is 10, so 10 is 16. AB 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11. So you can't hexadecimal. That's weird. Okay, well that must mean there must be... Oh, there's another room. So much cheese. Well, no, don't turn down the cheese. Eat the cheese. If I was him, I would totally be eating that cheese right now. Okay, well there must be something in here, surely. Bottle of... What do I need a bottle of oil for? Oh, well there you go, that's what I need a bottle of oil for.
Oh, it's cold in here. What is this place?
Are you blind?
Oily cheese, just the way Jumpy likes it. Also, he's walking in the freezer, and he's like, oh, what a cold place this is. What could it be?
Oh, no way. That's way too cold for me.
Maybe he wore a jacket.
Solid in seconds. Sorry, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass on this one. I'm going to leave the rest to you.
Oh, whoa. It's really cold in here.
Hey, you don't need to be in here. You had a fever just a little bit ago. You should stay outside. We got this.
No, I'm fine. My fever's gone now.
But
What is
no! Why did it suddenly close?
amazing?
The knob's frozen.
But why?
It looks like the pipe next to it broke, and
Hey, Lotus, you're out there, right? Open the door.
What do you want? What's going on?
The door won't open. Try opening it from that side, please.
Oh, fine. If you say so. Hold on.
Yeah, everyone just wander into the freezer and they're like, oh no, why are we all wander into the freezer and get stuck?
It's no use. It won't budge. You've got more people in there. You figure it out.
Right, okay, cheers, hen.
Oh,
God damn it.
anyway, let's find a way out. If we don't get moving, we're gonna be permanent residents.
two heads are better than none. I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just take a good look around this room.
Right.
Okay, we've got some dry ice. Can't you make stuff cause an explosion if you seal it and it's like airtight? Explode? We're gonna make explosions? Right, I'm surprised she's like, we've gotta huddle together, and then Santa tries to huddle,
This is just
and then
carbon dioxide,
like
right?
she just slaps him and she's like, no you pervert.
It is.
I wonder how warm it has to get for it to turn back into gas again.
Hell if I know. How is that gonna help us anyway?
Oh, well, I figured we might be able to use it to get out of here.
Huddling is a sign of love and
It's
faith.
-109 degrees.
Who is she?
Any warmer than that, and it'll turn into gas. Any lower, and it becomes a solid.
Oh, how do you know that?
Despite my looks, I'm the queen. The queen of random knowledge.
Clean?
Looks bad to mess up when you're showing off.
Okay, maybe she's just cold, or maybe she almost let something
you're
slip
so
there.
cold your mouth's going numb?
Yuff, that's right.
You're just doing that on purpose, aren't you?
Come on, guys. Don't you think that's kind of weird? I wonder why it doesn't turn into a liquid first.
It is kind of weird.
But it can turn into a liquid. Carbon dioxide turns to liquid if you put it under high enough pressure. But at 1 atmosphere, normal air pressure.
It won't turn into a liquid, right?
That's right. Instead of melting, it'll do what's called sublimating and change immediately from a solid state to a gaseous one.
See, that is weird. Water's a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees. So why isn't that the case for carbon dioxide?
There's a kind of ice that doesn't turn into liquid when it goes above 32 degrees.
Hmm?
Huh?
I heard about it. Its melting point is 96 degrees.
Ice with a melting point of 96 degrees?
You mean there's water that freezes at 96 degrees?
Yeah, well, you could also look at it as ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees.
I don't know
So
Fahrenheit's.
what's this ice with a melting point of 96 degrees called?
All
I
ice.
heard it's called Ice 9.
Oh, or Ice 9, I guess.
Ice 9?
Originally, Ice 9 was a made-up substance invented by a science fiction author. But recently, scientists have discovered that such a substance actually exists.
Wait, hold up. So is this thing called Ice 9, or is it water?
Like I said, if the ice is
So
over
ice,
96
ice,
degrees,
baby.
it'll be
Do,
liquid.
do, do,
If
do,
it's
do,
under
do.
that, it'll solidify. So you could think of it as a polymorph of H2O. Here, think of it like diamonds and graphite. They're both made of carbon, right? But depending on the structure of the crystallization, the hardness and structure are completely different.
So you're saying normal water and this Ice 9 are like that?
Yup. Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin? For 150 years after
Who
the
is this
discovery of
woman?
glycerin, people cooled it. They did all sorts of things to it, but whatever they did, it never crystallized. However, one day in 1920,
some glycerin on its way to England by ship was discovered to have crystallized during the trip.
While we're all freezing, she's like, let's have a science lesson,
Scientists
guys.
around the world wanted to research this new crystallized form of glycerin and asked for seeds. Oh, a seed is a sample of the original crystallized substance. With a seed crystal, further crystallization of glycerin would be easy. However, something very strange happened. Not only did the glycerin encouraged by seed crystals begin to crystallize, even the samples nearby did, even though they were tightly sealed. And it didn't end there. After that day, it doesn't matter where in the world it is, all glycerin crystallizes naturally when cooled to less than 64 degrees. Before that day, no matter how glycerin was cooled, it refused to crystallize. But once
The
crystallization
aliens
had
changed it.
it was almost like, how do I put it? It was almost like all the glycerin in the world was communicating.
Through a telepathic field.
Communicating in some way that we can't sense. And now it's happening everywhere.
I mean, I'm a little annoyed, but I'll say I'm impressed.
That's pretty interesting. But, what does that have to do with Ice 9?
What she's saying is that it's a lot like Ice 9. What happened, I mean.
A lot like? Oh, that would be bad. If water everywhere started freezing at 96 degrees, man.
It'd be the end of the world. At any rate, we're not gonna have to worry about the end of the world unless we can get out of here pretty damn quick. Alright guys, I think that's enough of that. I didn't think we'd get quite this far off topic. I mean, I know I'm kind of at fault here, but we can't be screwing around anymore. So seriously, I might go by the name Santa right now, but I didn't grow up in Iceland.
Alright, Santa.
So let's get cracking, alright?
I hate the cold. It's the fifth thing that I hate the most.
Selfish, isn't he? Ice 9 is interesting and all, but we can discuss it more once we get out of this freezer.
What is everything in this freezer is made out of Ice 9. It's really around here, but I can't read what it is though. Try and pull it out, probably rip. We need to frost that. Do that in this room. Okay, well we'll. Can I click on the water or? See. Can't open the doors on here. Maybe if I put some of the dry ice in a sealed container. Well, I need a sealed container. Oh, I don't really want to like read. Maybe we can break it. Okay, no, never mind. No, I want to check the fish. No, okay, I guess I can. Well, there must be like a fin pipe. There must be like a container somewhere I'm just not seeing. Oh, hello. Water bottle. No, I guess that's everything in there. Okay. Okay, well, we can. Oh, no. Huh. I need to crush. Oh, crush the ice. Oh, what have I? There we go. There we go. Made a bomb.
Put water into the bottle with dry ice, and make sure the lid's closed. Now I just have to put this makeshift bomb on the doorknob. Alright, that's set. So, what do we do now?
We just need to give it a little, tap. The bottle's already about to pop. If we just throw a rock or something at it, it'll go off all on its own.
A small rock. Huh. A small rock. Alright, this ought to do the trick.
Ah, some dry ice, huh?
I mean, we all look at throwing like any of like the food
Alright, guys,
that's
stand
in here.
Actually, we should probably hide somewhere.
Where exactly do you expect us to hide, genius?
There isn't really anywhere big enough.
Yeah, there is. Look, right here. We can hide in there. Come on, get inside, quick. Alright, here I go. 3, 4, 5.
You're counting the wrong way.
Oh, oops.
That is a really sad excuse for a joke, man.
Sorry, dude. Alright, for real this time. You guys ready?
Yes, whenever you're
My
ready.
God, these people are just. This is the worst group. This is the worst timeline.
3, 2, 1.
Jumpy, the ice on the door. Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
The blast must have shattered it.
Yes. Alright, let's see if it opens.
Well, this is true. Okay, I guess. No, I don't know. Maybe being axed to death was better than this.
Move. Oh, god damn it. Hot. Fuck. Well, you did just grab the grill. What did you think would happen? Hey, where's Lotus?
Welcome back. I was starting to get tired of waiting for you guys.
Oh my God, did you just have a nap?
What were you doing?
What do you mean, what was I doing? I was waiting.
We were gonna die.
Oh, yeah? But you didn't. So everything worked out all right.
Yay! You did it.
What the hell?
Just kidding. It might not look like it, but I was really worried.
I know I don't look like I give a fuck, but actually I do.
Oh, don't give me that crap.
I'm telling the truth. I mean, if you died, then I'd be in trouble too. If you died, then I'd be stuck here, and I'd die too. See? I did all I could. I even looked around to see if there was anything I could use to pry open the door, but I couldn't find anything. So, all I could do was wait. I mean, what else did you want me to do? Call the cops?
Fine, but there's one thing I have to ask you.
What's that?
You didn't close the door, did you?
What? You think I closed the door on you? Why would I do something like that? It closed on its own. I told you before, if you die, then I die too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess so.
If she really wanted to kill us, all she had to do was bar the door from the outside. But she didn't. Well, she didn't do anything. She's only lazy, or negligent at least. Not an attempted murderer.
Well,
As far as we know.
sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Oh, yes, well that's alright. As long as you understand.
Hey, no more screwing around, you two. Break time's over. Especially for you, lady. You've just been sitting on that fat ass of yours while we were freezing to death.
How rude! I was plenty busy.
Yeah. How about you put all that energy into something besides bitching? Let's go.
Honestly, their dynamic is just the worst. See, so we're gonna do. I guess we could cut the meat. Hold on. I mean, maybe we should take it off of that. No, okay. I feel like, I mean, to make sure it doesn't burn, but they just left it on there. And I can't see anything like a fork or a knife. Uh... Hmm. Weird. There must be like some sort of utensil I'm missing somewhere. Right? Okay, no, you just only care about the ladles. Right, okay. Hmm. Okay, well, how do we cut the meat open then? Oh, wait, maybe this has a whetstone? Okay, well, there must be something I can sharpen somewhere then. Maybe I can sharpen the ladle. No, I guess not. Okay, never mind. Here we go. There we go.
A rusty knife? I don't think we'll be able to use it while it's like this.
It's futile.
Futile?
You know, a waste, useless, pointless.
Oh, any particular reason you wanted to bring that up?
We're gonna have another science lesson.
No reason really. I was just thinking about futility.
Huh? Why were you thinking about futility?
Well, it has something to do with the Titanic.
The Titanic?
Yep.
Because they were futile in trying to escape from the
Remember
evil
the
curse.
story that the sinking of the Titanic was predicted?
No, I haven't. What is it?
In 1892, 14 years before the Titanic sank, a novel was published. It was called Futility. It was written by an American novelist named Morgan Robertson. The story was about a big cruise ship colliding with an iceberg and sinking. Of course, if that was the only similarity, there wouldn't be any reason to mention it. It wasn't, though. The name of the ship, its nationality, course, departure time, size, displacement, maximum speed, number of passengers and crew, the number of lifeboats, even the location of the accident itself, and the cause and the location of the damage. Everything matches the Titanic almost exactly. It was almost as if he'd seen the whole thing happen. This book was written 14 years before the Titanic sank. But that's not all.
Oh my god, it
It
doesn't
wasn't
stop.
just futility that predicted the sinking of the Titanic. There were two other similar stories written by a man named William Thomas Stead. Both of them before the accident. One in 1886 and one in 1892. Stead wrote two stories that had striking similarities to the Titanic disaster. In one, two ships collided. Many of the passengers died because there
Right.
weren't enough lifeboats.
Like, if it's not Mummy's Curses or Never Melt Ice, she's like, what about time travelers or people who can see the future?
I mean, I'll give you that it seems a little weird, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't too uncommon for ships to hit icebergs back in the day, or even other ships.
Right, I knew you'd say that.
Hmm?
But what if Stead has some sort of special powers? To be more specific, what if he had the ability to do automatic writing?
What? Automatic writing?
Okay, this I've heard of.
Are you talking about when someone's possessed by a spirit and then they write a bunch of stuff without knowing what they're writing?
yes.
What do you mean, yes? That stuff's a load of bull. Okay, let's say, hypothetically, that automatic writing isn't a total load. These guys still couldn't have predicted the sinking of the
I also like the idea that it's like a fictional story, which assumes that like you know it's written like a novel, and he's just like, I've been possessed by the spirit. The spirit has possessed me to write an 1,800-word novel, that complete with like punctuation and dramatic tension and.
Dude wrote his thing, nobody had died on the Titanic yet. So if automatic writing is about being possessed by dead people, who the hell possessed him so he could write that stuff?
That's not it.
What's not it?
Stead wasn't possessed by a spirit. He was doing the possessing.
What are you smoking?
William Thomas Stead was a passenger on the Titanic. He just wrote down what
It
he
was the
saw on
iceberg.
page 20 years before it happened.
Well, why don't we talk about this some other time, okay?
Huh?
I'm done with your weird time travel nonsense, girl. Get away from me. Look, we have meat on the oven. Or grill, I guess. Yeah, even Junpei's like, girl, get away from me. Yes, I cut the pork! C plus 10 plus F. So 15 plus 12 plus 10. Do you means corporate finance? Junpei. Alright, let's give it a shot. So, is it just like the one number, or I need to put... What's 12? 10 is 22. F is 15. Why am I 37? Right? Just pushing around the numbers, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm... See, C plus 10 plus F. Or is it going to be... Yeah, C plus 10 plus F. And... That's 12 plus 10 plus 15, right? Five, 6, 7. Yeah, so 37. Or then am I adding them together and then... Or is it like... No. C plus 10 plus F. So C is 12 plus 10 plus F is 37. Right? 12 plus 15 is 27 plus 10 is... Or am I missing something there? I feel like I'm missing something. But what am I missing? Hold up. Yeah, no, F is 15, C is 12. No, 10 is 17. No, 10 is 16, sorry. Blurdy, blurdy, blur. Blurdy, blurdy, blur. So that would be, what, 12, 28, 30... Well, what was that? 12 plus 15 plus 16. 15 is 30, 31, 33. No? Hold on, I've done it wrong. 16 plus... No, 43. No, don't. No, I don't need any more clues. I got it already. I just pushed the wrong thing. I just forgot to add a number. There we go. Oh, okay. Hold on. I opened the wrong thing. I got a little ahead of myself there. Okay, we made it. Woo! Let's go. You found a...
I think we've been here before.
The elevators are over there, so that means...
We went into the kitchen through that door and came out on this side.
That means the map was right.
Looks like.
Then let's use it to plan our next move.
Next move?
Yeah, we need to decide where to go from here, don't we?
He's right. Let's get started.
From the looks of it, there are 4 possible routes. Let's just keep it simple and call them A, B, C, and D. First, A and B.
They both seem to connect to a room that looks L-shaped.
Yeah, there were 2 doors. But they were both locked. We couldn't open them.
Now, route C. This goes all the way to the main staircase.
That means it's door 5, one of the numbered doors.
And do you think we would meet up with the other 4 after this hallway?
No, I don't think we will.
Why not?
I think the puzzles are done. No, yeah, I feel like the puzzles in this feel... Yeah, like I never feel like it's one of those games where you can get
The other
stuck
gate is open.
and you don't know what you're doing. Like there was a couple when I recently played through Hotel Dusk that were definitely a bit more confusing, and there wasn't really any clues, and there was like
Really
1 or
into the kitchen
2
is closed.
like that I had to like just Google because I
it's
couldn't figure it out, and I was stuck for
What
hours.
that means.
Whereas this one, you never feel like you're too stuck.
They opened it.
Most likely.
And if we take Route C, we're going backwards.
That would be pointless.
Then that means
Route D then.
D it is.
Yup, Route D.
then we're set. Everything looks okay here.
Let's check the next deck just to be sure.
Yeah, just like I thought. D-deck is totally underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
At least the water level hasn't really changed.
Small comfort.
May as well head back to C deck.
What else is here?
There are 2 elevators over there at the top of the stairs, just like the floor above.
Hold on. These are kind of different. See? There's a card reader on the side.
Another strange mark.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like this game's puzzles are good.
See? It's the woman symbol with horns on it. That seems like... Oh, ouch, 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 ouch.
What was that about the mark again?
Nothing.
This is a Mercury symbol. The horns symbolize the wings on Hermes' staff.
Hermes herpes. Whatever.
Whoa, he went there.
We can't get this thing to work. These elevators aren't going anywhere.
In other words, we need a key card with the Mercury symbol on it.
Probably.
I guess we can't get on there. Let's just disregard the elevators for now.
How about this hallway on the left?
Whoa, there's so many doors.
Damn it. If we try and search all these, the sun's gonna go down before we've done half of them.
I think the sun already set.
I have a feeling this ship is the only thing that's going to be going down anytime soon.
This is honestly the worst team.
That's even
I'm
worse.
surprised that this group dynamic even got anything done.
Well, we can come back to this hallway later. Let's check the hallway on the other side, shall we?
Time to head back to the stairs.
And now the right hallway.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them.
All right, let's start with this one. Huh, it isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
What? The hell is this? This place is huge.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
I still find it amazing that they never once stop to think, what happens if a bunch of people get sick on a cruise
Is this
ship?
a hospital?
Maybe we should have a hospital room.
It definitely has the smell.
Could be. See medicine cabinets and surgical tools.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end. The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
Why is the second door blank? That seems kind of strange, don't you think?
No point worrying about
I
it
think it's a
right
little
now.
bit weird. It
Let's see
feels
what's
like
open
they just
first.
inconveniently had 4 doors here and they're like, damn.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan.
Oh, it's no use.
Well, of course. If it was that easy to open these doors, what would be the point of the notary game? We have to activate the red, or the numbered doors won't... Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
Look, the display on the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Okay, this bit's pretty much the same.
Don't you remember? The red at the central staircase? If no one was inside, it said vacant.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But this one,
There's nothing on it.
right?
I wonder if it's broken.
Only one way to find out.
It's not responding.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
None of them are working.
What does it mean?
I knew it. They're broken. Zero sure sucks at maintenance.
No, that's impossible. You really think Zero, who prepared all of this, would make such a stupid, simple mistake?
Maybe, but that doesn't explain why this thing ain't working.
I believe the bottom of the device has been removed.
Snake!
Oh my god, Snake!
Ace! Clover! 7!
Oh, Juby seems so happy to see them all.
How did you guys?
How did you end up here?
That's my line?
Perhaps we should exchange information. There you have it. Our half of the story.
Okay, let me see if I got all this straight. When you guys got here, the bases for the Reds were already gone.
And you looked all over this room, but you couldn't find anything.
So you figured that there might be something in the hallway with all the doors.
So you went and had a look?
Yeah.
And while you were looking around, you heard voices.
Uh-huh.
Right, I mean, okay, as ridiculous as Snake was, I felt like he didn't just go off and, like, he was a bit like, oh yeah, no, I'm deaf, so I can hear really well. I guess that sounds a bit weird, but, like, don't fight me. You'll regret it. And you're a bit like, alright, okay, cool. Whereas, at least he's not going on about, like, the curse of the unmeltable mummy.
So you followed the voices and came back here.
Indeed. And that was how we found you.
Why don't we check those 3 reds again, just in case?
You're right. Huh. There's a long, thin gap on the bottom. I think it's a slot or something. Probably electronic.
Well, this isn't good. If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
Well, what about that hallway over there? Isn't there anywhere else we can go?
No, there isn't. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
Hospital rooms. That's what's behind all those doors?
Yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
So let's assume this is, like, the sister ship for a Titanic that was designed to be a hospital room, right? Why is there so many, like, cruise ship rooms that are still fully furnished? Like, they clearly went out of their way to furnish those rooms, but it also went, oh, but it's also going to be a hospital.
I was able to get a good
And it's not even like you know, basic furnishings. It was nice furnishings.
Not again. Those goddamn things are everywhere.
I wonder what they all mean.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship.
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship. Chances are it's the Gigantic.
The
What is this gigantic?
The pandemic hit. Okay, so they got halfway through, and then we had coronavirus. So
She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century.
Oh.
Actually, the Titanic had two ships. The Gigantic, the British, she, what, one, see, that's, so not which, but the
So you're saying that...
yeah.
That's
Pipe down. What, that's it?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is really the gigantic.
well, okay, I've been through this scene before, and there was a whole
This ship's
gigantic,
stuff
but
is like the Titanic and the hospital ship. So, I just figured.
Oh,
No,
lie.
well, I don't know.
I guess your mem.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute. Memory isn't back?
oh, that's right. We don't know this yet. In this timeline.
Your point being?
Wait, was I the only one that didn't know? Why?
Oh, yeah. I guess I didn't tell you, huh? I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up.
What?
Okay, so even if you pick this route, you still get all that information.
10, 11, 12. Huh, 12.
It's midnight.
Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
We don't have any time to screw around.
Okay, so we're at this bit. Right, cool. Those ones are still locked.
Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean fine? How on earth?
We've looked everywhere, and that only leaves one place.
One?
Yeah, so I noticed these ones here are white. Oh, is this like the information that I've got been given from about like the never melt ice and the... This doesn't unlock information on this end though. That'll probably come from here, I wonder.
Well, not just one.
This is interesting. I like this.
Hmm?
This is a fun little dynamic they've got a little going on. Dynamic?
Wait.
Kind of dynamic. And a mechanic. That's the word I meant
Don't
originally.
tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
Don't freak out. We've already searched 4 of them.
4 rooms?
We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us.
So you need all the white keys to open
Each
the
of
white
us can
locks.
do
That makes
6 rooms
sense.
apiece. We'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
There are 48 other rooms?
Maybe?
That's not what the subtitles say.
Alright, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
Yeah.
Yes!
We'll all meet up when the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
Yeah.
I'll shout if I find any of the components we need.
I hope we can find them within the time limit.
If we can't, then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
Right, then let's do this.
Okay, well we've done this route before.
What are they doing over there?
Okay, I guess I can't just skip. Oh. Can I skip ahead? Okay, I can just skip ahead. That's fine. Perfect. That's okay. So this is perfect. This is like legitimately just turning into like the perfect video game.
I want to go through door number...
The fact that I can just skip to those points, is perfect. Like that's great.
Nope, you can't. Huh? Why?
Because it's impossible. If we split ourselves into 3 and 3, give up on going through door 3.
Why?
Bracelet numbers for the 6 of us are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 2 combinations that can go through door 3 with 3 people. 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8. That's it. Of course, 2 teams can't go through the same door.
I see. That means one team would get left behind.
That's right.
That doesn't happen if we go through door 7 or 8?
No, they're fine. We've got 3 options. Option A, have 3, 5, 8 go through door 7, and 4, 6, 7 go through door 8.
Do it once you see the keys in the flow chart. Oh, okay, that's quite good.
Option B, 4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3.
So then it
6,
just
8
assumes if you
go
jump to a
through 8.
point, you've gone through the other. Okay, that's great.
Option C, 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8. Those are the only 3 options. That's it. At least if we want to get all 6 of us out of here.
Wait. But that means 5 and 6 can never be on the same team.
Oh, boohoo.
Want all 6 of us to go through a door? Then June and I can't go into the same one.
Have you mulled it over enough, or do you need more time? Anyway, that's the deal, so think it over. You've got 2 choices, 7 or 8. You can't choose 3. If you choose 3, you're gonna be leaving 3 people behind to die. So what are you gonna do? 7 or 8? Time to choose.
Choosing over conclusion was, I really want to see door 3 because that's where the body was.
Sorry, Santa. I still
Oh,
wanna go.
we're getting another raid. Oh. Well, they don't know that we can come back yet. Hello, raiders. Hello, Cat in the Hat. How's it going? How is everyone? Oh, Dark Faith as well. So, for those of you who don't know, oh, didn't mean to do that. Those of you who don't know, hello. So this is 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. There are 9 people. We're down to 7. Oh, well, thank you very much, Dark Faith. Thank you very much. So we're down to 7 people. This is technically my second time through the game. Now, because I completed it earlier. But there's like multiple endings, so I'm going for more than multiple endings. So there are 7 of us now trapped on a ship that is currently sinking. And the only way to get through, see those number of doors, we've got to go through them. There's a whole math puzzle. I won't bother trying to explain that, too complicated. We go through those doors and then we have to basically do an escape room. And once we finish the escape room, we get clues on how to try and escape the ship. So it's been pretty good so far. I've really enjoyed it. And then once you so that's basically what I did last time, and I got the bad ending. So but yeah, so now that I'm going through it, but you can jump to any of these points, which is perfect, which means you can play through it easily enough and figure out how to. Okay, so now I'm locked into this route. Perfect. This is the route that I wanted. So yeah, I got the Clover ending first. I'm kind of upset by that.
What? That's nuts! You've got to be crazy.
And like I got a bad vibe. Although this game has been really good. So like there's a lot of these segments and then you get into the puzzle rooms and you've got to try and figure out all the different puzzles.
What the hell? Are you so obsessed with that door?
I'm just curious about door 3. That's all.
That doesn't explain shit.
I've got a
But yes,
reason.
so welcome. This isn't my usual type of game that I play. But I've been wanting to play this for a while. And it was on sale on Steam a while back, so I was like, flip it, let's get this game.
I'd be happy to explain it to you if you'll just come with me. I'm curious about the red. 7, would you mind authenticating for me?
Why?
Please, just do it.
Happy?
Yeah, thanks.
Is this like evil Junpei that's going to trick everyone?
The number 7 has been entered into the red.
Next is June. Please touch the red just like 7 did.
Jumpy, what are you trying to figure out?
Yep. I think.
No, that's quite alright. No, yeah, I worry that mine like still streams whenever I try and raid someone as well.
Found another way out.
What?
Really?
Now please, June.
Oh, okay.
All right. The only people who haven't authenticated now are Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
So, what you
He's gonna like, yoink!
I don't get it. Think about it.
Huh?
What's the sum of your number and Clover's?
12,
And what's the digital root of that?
3.
Which is Santa's number. By the way, Lotus, what's the number that's currently in the red?
7 plus 6 plus 5 equals 18. It would be 9, right?
Yes. And what will the digital root be if you add 3 to that?
3. The door's number.
There you go.
Hey, wait a minute. What the hell are you up to?
I'm not up to anything. I'm just waiting.
Waiting for what?
Oh, well, I'm glad you're here.
I'm waiting for the balance to shift. Santa, or Lotus and Clover. Once one of you moves, the others won't have a choice.
Oh my god, what is this?
I'm waiting.
You son of a
Oh my god, I suddenly just picked evil route. What have I done?
stuff you were going on about is all bullshit.
So this guy's been like an idiot up until now, and now he's just tricked everyone. What have I done?
So, didn't I tell you I'd figured out another way to get out of here? This is it.
Why the hell would you do something like this?
Jumpy.
You did this just so you could go through the same door as June. That's it?
So, who's it going to be? Santa, or Lotus and Clover?
Shit!
Let's go, Clover.
Jumpy is evil.
Fuck!
Rip Santa.
No, wait!
Ah! This is insane! This isn't right!
Yeah, well, you may be right, but
But now I gotta go for door 3, bitches.
go.
No.
You son of a bitch, Junpei! This isn't fair!
No, that's quite alright. I always welcome lurkers.
Do you realize what you just did? You leave them out there, and they can't.
Okay, yeah, so also another plot point, when you go through a numbered door like that, so it's all to do with like adding everyone's numbers and getting a root number. When you go through the door, the characters then have 81 seconds to deactivate the bomb inside them or they explode.
Gotta find the dead or none of this is gonna matter. We got less than a minute left. No time for screwing around. Get moving.
Damn it! You and I are not done yet, bastard. Where the hell is it?
Over there. It's gotta be behind the door.
Damn, it's pitch dark inside.
Can't see a thing.
No, wait! I found it. The dead's right over here. Ah!
What? The floor's slippery.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
There's something.
Get over there! Quick! Get to the dead!
There it is.
Okay, let's see. So, the reason I picked this route, because this is, like I said, the second time round. So, first time round, I didn't come through door 3, and we found something very suspicious when we checked up on it later in the game. So, I came here early now, so I can see if I can find the suspicious thing
Stopped. It stopped.
just now.
I don't think I'll ever get used to doing this.
What the hell is this smell? This is vile. I'm gonna puke.
Oh, you're right. Oh, this is.
Let's get the lights on first. There's a switch over here.
I'll have a little show of this.
Okay, guys, I'm flipping it on.
Okay, so it's just like conveniently off camera.
What? Hey,
Oh, this is... looks like an explosion. Just like the Ninth Man. The detonator in his bracelet set up the bomb in his gun.
oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
It's definitely an open fracture.
The face is the worst.
Yeah, can't even tell who it is.
Right, how suspicious is that? The face was blowing off and you can't tell who it is.
Is that Snake?
Oh my god. Why
So yeah,
is-
everyone's got like code names just now, so we're not like revealing our real names to each other.
Stop! Calm down.
Oh my god, that. Oh! It's blood curdling, that scream. Yeah, right, the bone's coming out. Definitely a fracture. Maybe we just put like a plaster on him, we'll be fine.
Why are you doing these horrible things to us? What did we do to deserve this?
June.
Get me out of here. Please. Please, just let me out.
June. Calm down.
No. Get off of me. Let me go. Let me go.
Please, calm down.
Oh, she's having like a full on breakdown right now.
We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be alright, June. It's going to be okay, Connie. I'll be here with you, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Do you feel better?
Yes,
I love how they're just like, this is Cheese Boy's revenge.
but I'd like to stay here.
I love how they're just like having this moment, right, while there's a dead body in front of them.
At least Jumpy's body is so warm.
Not like that dead body.
We better get to it.
Okay, here we go. Let's escape. Okay, so okay, this one's entirely in the showers. What have we got here? LLR. Do you think it's some sort of dying message from? No, yeah, that isn't. What a dumb thing. Oh, do you think he wrote this message in his blood after he exploded? Wait, hold on. This is where we came in. Why could it let me turn the light off? Oh, maybe I need to turn the light off and there'll be like a UV light or something. Okay, well, let's have a look around. What else have we got? Toilet paper. Oh my god, we can actually... Oh, there's clues on the toilet paper though. X, Y. A Sicktail cipher? What the hell is that? You have a piece of paper around this... Oh my god. What are these people with their strange, weird knowledges that they have? So you wrap a piece of paper around the stick and then write several sentences on it, and then the whole paper is filled up. Then you unwrap the paper, you can't tell what the original message was, right? That's how it works, more or less. You decipher that you've got to have the stick of the same diameter as the original one. Well, you know, you can never judge what a blind man can and can't do. That's what this game has taught us. Okay, so we should find like a stick for that then. Oh, luminol fluid. This is luminol. You know, forensic guys use this at crime scenes. Oh yeah, also, guy number 7 has amnesia, but also apparently has like incredible knowledge about like ciphers and boats and everything really. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, he's like, oh, I've got amnesia, I can't remember anything. But this ship is actually the sister ship of the Titanic, and this is when it was built, and this is what, and you're like, oh, okay, sure. Okay, well, we need to find something to reach that. We didn't have that last time, I don't think. There's a piece of paper tied to this wire. Notice drainage value operation. Please do not flush the water in these pipes. Doing so may cause the drain to overflow. Okay, well, let's just do that then. We just scold ourselves. What an idiot. Okay, well, let's spray the luminol fluid. Luminol fluid. Luminol fluid, and then we'll turn the light off. LLR, LRL. Cool. Well, that was useful. I'm gonna make a note of that. LLR, LRL. Yeah, I also have like a bit of paper here that I have just covered in notes from different puzzles. Like, I've gotten super into this, and I'm loving it. Is there maybe... Oh, what's this? Looks like... Why is there tar in the toilet? What is this? It's kind of... Don't put your hand in the toilet, Santa. What about hot water? There's some really hot water, like boiling hot, then maybe we could wash it off. ice eye? Probably. Okay, I missed some of that. Just not wasting any time. Sometimes, like, oh, a screwdriver. Sometimes, like, they say meaningful things, and sometimes they say, like, really dumb things. I need to just read everything now. Okay, well, we need to try and find boiling water. Ugh! The gross toilet. Oh, what have we got? A red key card. Let's see, I guess I have to have the red and blue lights turned on first. Okay, well I need to find... I don't really have any other... So this is usually the point where I then get stuck. No, I don't trust you, Santa. You're very suspicious. Can I reach out with the screwdriver? No, okay, I can't reach that. Maybe I can use like the screwdriver in here. Let's see, if you turn on the water here, probably come up through the drain. Okay, so I just need to... I need to figure out how this works, apparently. Six handle. Each one's got 3 positions: left, center, and right. Oh! Left, left, right, left, right, left. See, I'm just messing with the valves. Okay, so that... There we go. Blue key card. See the simple elevator outside the hospital room, and it's also the blue one, so that's the one we need for in here. I don't think we need this for this room and for the elevator. Now we just need to figure out what the password is. Just these E and C cards. E means enter and C means clear. Okay, I mean that's... Well, we don't have what the... Do we? No, there must be... It said something about a stick for the... What do you call it? Because the tank's empty, genius. Pipe is supposed to fill it, must be clogged. Well, couldn't you get some water and pour it straight in there? Well, I don't have anything to hold the water in. So no. Thermometer. Oh, it's screwed onto the wall. I have a screwdriver. Perfect.
Hey, Junpei, you know why thermometers only go up to 107 degrees Fahrenheit?
No, I can't say I ever thought about that.
At 107 degrees, the cells in the human body start to die, and the organs begin to shut down. The proteins in your cells start to harden. It's like when you hard-boil an egg. Even if you cool it down afterwards, it won't go back to being a raw egg. In other words, it's dead. That's why thermometers don't go past 107. There's no point.
Oh yeah?
But it's pretty rare for a fever to get that high. Even viruses and stuff don't usually drive the body temperature up to 107.
One of the problems I've been having with this is all the Fahrenheit stuff. Like, I don't know Fahrenheit. Like, give me it in Celsius, boys.
Like what?
Well, let's see. Something like getting locked in a sauna, or getting thrown into an incinerator and burnt to death.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I guess that would get a little hotter than 107 degrees Fahrenheit.
All right, I got it.
Huh? What's up?
Nothing. Forget about it.
What was that all about?
That was a bit suspicious. Hmm. I feel like I missed something there. With like the whole heat stuff and whatnot. Maybe it was a clue for later. $957 plus. Oh, what is if I combine it? No. Okay, but I can't. No, that's it for the clues, right? I clearly need to get rid of the tar somehow, but how do I carry all that water? Is that what goes at the shower? I get the feeling it might be useful for something else. Yes, we're getting rid of the tar, but how do I get rid of the tar? Oh wait, hold on, there's a bucket here. And a broom.
The rabbit.
Huh?
Oh, you just reminded me of it. The rabbit hutch, I mean.
How did I remind you of something like that?
Jumpy and the broom. You're always playing around with the broom in front of the rabbit hutch.
I was.
Don't you remember? You mean, you don't remember that summer either?
Of course I remember. How could I forget something like that? It was terrible.
Oh, here we go. We're getting flashbacks. They were in 6th grade. Junpei and Jun had been assigned to take care of the classroom pets, the rabbits. Their chief duty was to clean the hutches every morning. On the final day of school before summer vacation began, Junpei overslept. He rushed to school and found Jun standing in front of the rabbit hutches. No sooner had Junpei arrived than Jun began to cry. He had no idea why until he looked behind her into the rabbit hutch. The first thing he saw was blood. The hutch was full of dead bodies of the rabbits. Even after their teacher and friends came to see what the commotion was, June couldn't stop crying.
Just kept crying and crying until you came over. You held my hand, and you looked very serious, and you said,
This is a little creepy.
"Don't cry. I'm gonna catch the person who did this." After you told me that, I finally stopped crying.
Well, the real fun started after you quit crying. You told me we were gonna catch the killer together.
June smiled, and a little of the flush of life returned to
Then
her
we decided
cheeks.
that we'd ambush them.
Yeah, I remember.
The school also kept roosters, and guinea pigs. Junpei and June had decided the murderer would likely return to finish off the rest of the animals. It's probably a fox, right? They would ambush the killer at night. Junpei and June hid behind the hutch at dusk and waited. It was a warm summer night. The quiet sound of crickets whispered through the air. The sun went down, the stars began to wink at them from the sky, and June's Akane Kurashiki's face. That night was something Junpei would never forget as long as he lived.
Murderer never showed up. We waited for them all summer vacation, and they never showed up.
Yeah, but the animals didn't get attacked either. I think all that work amounted to something, you know?
Okay, clearly the murderer is one of the two of them. He felt the same way, but it was good to
Although,
hear
you
her
know,
say it.
If you think about it, we were probably taking on a lot more than we could handle.
What do you mean?
She looked at him, confused.
Come on, we were just kids. If whoever killed the rabbits had actually showed up,
Right, like, what did they say to their parents? Alright, sorry, I'm just gonna go catch some murderers, be right back.
they probably would have had a knife or something. I mean, you must have been pretty worried, right?
I wasn't worried because you were there with me.
She blushed furiously.
You know, no one else wanted to take care of the animals.
Clearly embarrassed, she tried to desperately change the
I was
subject.
the only one who asked to do it at first.
Yeah, well, boys don't really want to bother with taking care of animals, you know.
Boys hate animals.
You asked to do it after I did, didn't you?
If it wasn't the rabbits, they were gonna make me do something else. You know how that school was. I figured it'd be better if I was working with somebody who wasn't too much of a loudmouth, right? Somebody who wasn't gonna tell on me if I felt like blowing it off.
Really? That's why you volunteered?
Did you meant to say because I fancied you?
Yeah, it is.
He nodded quickly and much too earnestly, and then quickly looked away. Something very important.
Of course.
That hadn't been the reason, of course. He had asked to take care of the rabbits so that he could be near June. It's weird. But it had been so long ago, he couldn't bring himself to tell her how he felt back then. It would be embarrassing. He took a quick breath to clear his head, tossed the broom up, and then snatched it out of the air.
We don't really have time to be walking down memory lane like this.
I mean, yeah, we're on a sinking boat.
We've got to figure out a way out of this room. Otherwise,
Yes. I'm gonna look over there.
June nodded curtly, and then turned
I
and
should get
walked
back to
away.
it myself. Ah, that's right. The pool of blood.
Oops! I forgot there was a dead body here. Jumpy turned around and looked at the room, at Snake's body. Chunks of flesh and organs still lay on the floor.
Going on and on about old times right next to a corpse? What were we doing? Well, maybe it was because we're in this mess.
Despite such a situation, or perhaps because of it, the mind turned to the farthest thing from death that it could find. You mean dead animals? You didn't go that far, mate. Still, Junpei couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt at wanting so desperate to live with Snake. To live when Snake lay dead before him.
To survive.
I mean, maybe want to live with dead Snake. That's.
We need to make sure she gets out too.
As he stared at the clumps of blackened flesh, all Junpei could think of is how much he wanted to live. It's weird how that scene's done like in novel form. No, that's. What about I put toilet paper around the broom? Well, that's not what you do. I wanted to. Put toilet paper around the broom, huh? Let's look at the symbols. Match up perfectly. It says 634 plus 957. Okay, let's make a note of that. It's probably going to be the root I need. Plus 957. Hey, Jumpy. Couldn't help they gave you a sponge in a bucket like this. Hey, come on, can we just leave the past in the past? Oh, you're talking about the rabbits again. Right. Okay, this one seems fairly straightforward though. Oh my god, June, do something for yourself for once. Oh, we need to flush it out? That's weird. Just pour the water straight onto the tar. This feels like an extra unneeded step. $185 equals. Unless I do need to add them all together. I mean, okay, I must need to add them all together. I'm just going to use this 634 plus 957 plus 185 1776. There we go, problem solved. Easy peasy.
There's a large iron door at the end.
Okay, that then leads into that ending. Okay.
Let's take a look. Huh? What are you doing, Seven?
Well, I figured maybe we might want to come back here sometime. So, I stuck the broom in there to keep the door from shutting. Alright, let's go.
Jumpy, look!
What's up?
What's that on the wall there?
Oh, I think it's a map of the ship's interior.
What part was so quick? Gabumon.
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor then. We'll have time to study it later. Let's keep going for now.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
What the?
You're shitting me. We're back.
Hello, everyone.
Clover! Lotus! And Ace! I'm glad you're all okay. Lotus? What are you...
How could you do this to us?
Knock it
Oops.
off. We got bigger shit to worry about right now.
What?
Go have a look. I stuck the screwdriver in the door. That door over there, the one without a number. As long as the screwdriver's there, it can't shut. So you can get in there.
Maybe we should have kept the screwdriver on us.
There's a shower room past there. I stuck a broom at the door there too. Anyway, go take a look.
Maybe just tell them.
You're saying we can go in there without passing through the numbered door?
Yeah, it's about the size of it.
Wait, what the hell is in there?
You'll know when you see it.
Fine, let's go.
My goodness. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though. Should I go as well?
Yeah.
Very well.
Like, maybe tell them. Maybe don't just go, oh, just wander in. Like, oh, go see the dead body in there. Maybe just tell them.
Snake was probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the Ninth Man was. It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it. First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3. Then they shoved him into it. Alone. And waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake. But he didn't give up. He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead.
If we assume that Snake's not dead,
It was a small chance, but it wasn't.
and that him and Clover are working together, what would you need to add to 6 to get to 12?
The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Snake was the only one who went through the door. And then 81
I think I might have
seconds.
figured something out, and I'm not sure if I figured it out for realsies or not.
That happened.
I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh?
So, like, because I don't think Snake's dead, and we assume there is 3 people that have done it, that puts, like, Snake in this room or whatever to get his thing in there.
You need at
Then that
least
would-
3 people to open one of the number
The 3
doors,
numbers would
including
be
Snake.
2, 4, and
It
6,
wouldn't open for Snake and a single killer.
Yeah. That means we're looking
which
at
means
multiple
June
kills.
is evil.
Well, just in case, I want to make sure. Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think. Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
And that means none of us have alibis. We were all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned. Look,
Okay, no, this scene's apparently exactly the same. That's fine. I can just skip past this then. Right? Like, I got one ending, but it was like the bad ending, so I didn't get any of the reveals, and my character just got murdered. So,
something's still strange.
like, I'm sitting here trying to like, figure out, like, because there's clearly going to be more twists to this.
What was that?
Well, I'm just wondering about one thing.
And what's that?
How can you be so sure that Zero's on this ship?
Really, Junpei? I confess I'm a little disappointed. Usually you're rather sharp.
Right? I'm tempted to see what the other endings are, because I also want to know like, if I'm right.
Isn't it obvious?
Because I'm sure, like, so the guy that's dead, Snake, the one that had the bone popping through, I'm sure, like, the little girl that's with us is his little sister, and I'm sure she said, like, in a different route that we did, that he was in a car accident and he lost his left arm, and it's a prosthetic left arm, which means there wouldn't be any bones popping out. So I'm positive that,
Wait,
like,
it is?
the reveal is going to be he's not actually dead,
This ship.
in which case what's going on?
Huh?
Zero said this ship several times when he addressed us. If he weren't here, he wouldn't say this ship, would he? He'd be saying something like, that ship. Or the ship.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
That's kind of a reach.
If Zero's on the ship, where is he?
I think Zero is one of us.
I bet it's you, little girl. I'm still get convinced it's June. I still think it's a childhood friend who's apparently a rabbit killer.
That's crazy. Isn't this ship going to sink in a few hours? If Zero was here with us, he'd be putting himself in danger. Why the hell would he do something like that? There's no motive.
You don't believe me.
No, because you're a psychopath.
Clover,
Clover, I understand what you're feeling. You don't feel that you can trust any of us.
So the bad ending that I got, Faith, was she was so angry that her brother got killed that before, like, we found the exit. Before we got there, she was like, we should double check the last door that we've not checked in case there's anything important in there for the exit. And we're like, cool. So she's like, I'll take this group of 4 and we'll go in. And then she came back and she's like, lol, I killed them all. And you're like, oh. And then she was like, come with me to the exit. And we're like, oh, you're a big killer. And then she goes, lol, and then kills us. Right? So that was like the bad end. And like she kills us and like we start screaming and it just came up bad end. And it let me like go back in time to any point. So, and I had like total bad vibes before that. Because in the lead up to that, she was clearly like hiding stuff in her pockets. And it was like, oh, she seems to have like a stick coming out of her back. It was not a stick, it was an axe. She had an axe. Crazy mofo.
But you,
No, I'm suspicious of everyone, to be honest. I feel like everyone is
the
Zero.
more we distrust one another, the further we fall into our true foe's trap.
I just trust everyone.
Zero was the one who did those horrible things to your brother.
So, I mean, like, if we go through all the characters, right? We've got Ace, who pretended to kill himself by injecting, like, himself full of anesthetic, and then you'll come back and he goes, oh, lol, you came back? I'm fine. Alright, and then he bad touched us. So, not a fan of him. He's a bad guy. Then you've got number 2, Snake, who I'm pretty sure has faked his death. And then he was all like, I know I'm blind, but I can run back just as fast as I can run forward. I'm a master of martial arts. Suspicious. Then we've got Santa, who, like, apparently does the stock market. And also hates love and faith and happiness and everything positive. So, okay, that's suspicious. Then we've got Clover, who killed us. That's suspicious. I mean, I guess it's more than suspicious, but... Then we've got my character, who's apparently an idiot, but also an evil genius. That's suspicious. I'm suspecting myself right now. Then we've got June, childhood friend who killed rabbits. That's suspicious. Then we've got Seven. He has amnesia, but also apparently is a wealth of infinite knowledge. That's suspicious. Then we've got Lotus, who's all like, oh, look at me, I dress in only my bikini, but also, what happens if the brains were wireless, and I'm also like a master of psychic powers and an expert computer hacker. Super suspicious. Then we have number 9, Cheese Slices. He died at the start. He might just be like the Slipknot of this game, but also suspicious. Oh, why have I...
Do you want to let
There we go.
yourself be manipulated by someone who would do such a horrible thing?
Why is my controller not working? Okay, I'll just move to the mouse then. I mean, okay, number 0, the 0 that we found so far, Captain, that's his code name. He was axed in the back. Who axed him? Probably the real number 0, which is probably one of these guys. Or maybe, like, he's got really bored of everyone working together, so just axed himself.
It's 3 in the morning.
I mean, if everyone just ends up in a relationship with Junpei, that's also fine.
That means
I'll
we
accept
have
that
2 hours
ending.
left.
And then just like ends with them all hanging out at a beach or like a hot springs, like a good anime
We
should.
need to move now. 7. Clover, I know how you feel, but you do understand that right now it's important you? We must go. We have very little time left.
Our next destination is Mercury.
Well, this is very true. There's some characters I like better than others, but there's also like a lot of characters that I'm like, I'm just suspicious of these people.
Here we go.
Oh, that's the...
Yeah, I found it in the shower room.
Oh, I see. It's got the Mercury symbol.
Now we can go.
If I'm being honest, I don't think Clover.
Looks like there's only two
Well,
people.
okay, maybe I do think Clover is zero. So I was gonna say I don't think Clover is zero. I think she just snapped under the pressure because she's like a child, right? But
C and bottom. Time to head down then.
like maybe she has been zero all along. You never know with these things, guys. You never know.
This is a numbered door.
Also, it doesn't have like the benefit that like a Murder She Wrote episode or like a Miss Marple episode does, where you can just be like, oh, this person's the most famous actor. They're clearly the killer. Well, so maybe because if Snake just mysteriously disappeared, is he blind? There's no proof that he's blind. He also had like all the rules in Braille. How handy was that? And also, when we had them swap teams, he whispered something to her. Suspicious.
Yeah, it's door 2.
So who should go through the door this time?
We don't need to be discussing who we're leaving behind this time, right?
Right. It's set up so we'll be able to meet up again once we get through the numbered doors.
That's just what they want you to think.
Then there's no need for arguments at this point.
We should figure out who's going in first.
Very well. Would anyone like to volunteer?
I'll do it.
I'll go too.
And I suppose I need to go too then.
All right, we're taking off.
Okay, please be careful.
Jesus. You two are acting like you're married.
9 suspicious, 9 motives, 9 lies.
Oh,
Well,
Don't be silly. Cut it out.
All right, let's go.
it was me, the serial killer, Miss Marple. Well, I always say that's what Jessica Fletcher in Murder She Wrote does. Because everywhere she goes, murder follows. And she always conveniently happens to get like the most circumstantial evidence.
Where the hell is it this time?
I don't see it.
Oh, there it is. It's right there.
Junpei seems to find these very easily.
It stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
Man, I'll never get used to that.
What if, crazy idea, right, Junpei is zero, and he just really loves escape rooms, but none of, like, his friends like doing them, so he kidnaps a bunch of people so that, like, and forces them into these, like, escape room situations, and he just, like, at first it was just normal escape rooms, but then, like, you know, people would turn on him, or, like, you know, he almost got arrested, so then he was like, well, if everyone just explodes at the end, completely covers it up, totally fine, no evidence. He's just obsessed with this idea of escape rooms right now.
To get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
I think it's a good theory, Faith. I like it.
Damn right.
All right. This
Like,
hall
I can
is
feel
pretty
like
short, but it's got 5 doors,
escape rooms would be very easy to get
Here on the
addicted
left.
to.
and only one on the right.
Don't forget the last one at the end of the hall.
But it's got a metal plate over it, so I doubt we're gonna get anywhere that way.
Alright, let's get started. I think we'd probably better split up. You okay with that?
Yes, no problem.
Sure thing.
And I'll take this first one.
I'll try the one next to it.
Well, I guess I'd better get started too.
Okay, let's see if my controller's working again. No, it doesn't seem to be. Okay, I'm going to unplug my controller. and then plug it back in. Oh, there we go. What the hell is this supposed to be? It looks like a drawing of a whirlpool or something. I would guess it looks like a tile stuck in the drain. Okay. What about this table here? What's in here? That. Look, it's clearly screwed shut, and you left the screwdriver behind. What an idiot. Oh, maybe we want to go back and see the dead body. No, we don't. Okay, so we had a whirlpool and a wave. Or maybe like a river? That's clearly a semen. Okay, I guess technically a sperm, but sue me. It's like, if you're not young anymore, it shouldn't really matter. It seems you'll die before you have a chance to grow old and hideous. People keep calling her old, and I don't really, I just don't see it. I guess it's like, you know, the curse of anime, right? You look at the handle, it doesn't really fit, you know, it just looks messy. Hey, why is there? That's weird. Why is there a mirror at the bottom of it? Now let's go back in here. I didn't check the bed in here. No, there's nothing in here. Can't say I want to sleep here. This seems like a prison room. Why is there a prison room? Oh, this is... Oh, I've totally just done something and I didn't realize I was doing it. I get it. I shouldn't have light the mirror symbols. The left side has a sun and the right side has a moon. Sun, moon. 4, 7. I should be making note of that, right? Sun, 4. Sailor Moon is 7. Blanket, not a great blanket. There's probably no point doing anything with a towel, right? That doesn't make any sense. What about the sink here? Okay, nothing with the sink. Okay, I don't think there's anything else in this room. Emergence. It means we need to emerge out of here? That's a weird thing. Okay, I guess I can't do anything with that. 7 can't get in there either. Let's say there were 4 doors. Okay, well, I guess. Oh, what about this? Let's check out the sink in this room. So that's normal. I don't know. I feel like the mirror aspect is on the towel. It looks like the water's flowing into the river or the spring. Do you think that means we need to make the water flow from here? Well, maybe. Oh, maybe there's something. Oh my god, what? Spending a lot of time going through toilets. Same as the moon symbol in the dark room. That means you're supposed to flush. Okay, so means so the moon was 7, I believe. Okay, well, we'll look in the toilet. Or not. Okay, well. There's clearly something. Huh, the handle doesn't really fit in the string. Maybe it wasn't meant to be attached to it. Okay, so we now have a handle. And that means, I don't know, do you think it's a little suspicious that the other room gave us a hint to figure this one out? You're right, the next room is just like this one, so that leaves the dark room. Screwdriver shaft. Oh, here we go, perfect. Okay, this puzzle seems fairly straightforward. I clearly have... Oh my god, I need to try and find like the bottom of the screwdriver. That's ridiculous. You can clearly just use a screwdriver like that. But fine, be that way. Oh, wait, hold on. The whole summer of these bumps. Well, I assume this one didn't have any bumps. No, it didn't. So we need to put this one... Oh, I feel a kitty cat at my feet. Well, just put the drawer in. Okay, I was on the wrong drawer. I do apologise. Okay, so we've got a tile. Red, blue, grey, several coloured lines. Well, this sink was missing a tile. Maybe not that then. No, no, I don't want to. 14 equals E. That's for... yeah, hexadecimal stuff. Wait, what was that? Oh right, it took a couple of times, and I got the string. Yes, now I can pull it. Huh? Doesn't matter how many times I pull it, it doesn't flush. I feel like kind of an idiot. I wasted a bunch of time because I was determined to flush a toilet. I think I saw 14 in red somewhere else. Do I have something that says 14 equals E? I don't know where he got... oh, maybe it's something... hold on, let's... examine this. He looks real close. There's 3 red lines on here on top of the other ones. 3 red lines, huh? Yeah. What does that mean, though? Okay, I know I said this one was like a lot like simpler, but now I'm like very stumped. Tiles on the door. It feels like something weird. Huh? It feels like I can move these tiles. Maybe if you swap the tiles, the tile that we got on the wall, something will happen. Suppose we need to figure out which are the strange designs tiles. Okay, we need to search for more stuff then. Okay, well. Where could... Okay, cold beds. I bet she's got experience of prisons, that's why she hates this room so much. Nothing in the drawer anymore. Hold on. I currently have the tile, the screwdriver, the towel, and the center room drawer. This tile has 3 coloured lines on it, right? Junpei, did you notice this? The red lines, do they look like they form a 14? I mean, I guess a little bit. Oh no, is this going to be like a weird colour thing? 14, huh? Yeah, I guess it kind of does. Okay, well, I mean, know that E equals 14, so I should take off one of the E tiles? That'll be enough to let me... He keeps saying there's rooms we've not checked yet, and I don't know what he means. Oh, yeah, this drawer's got like a mirror on it, which you can use in this, light puzzle here. But we don't need to shine a light on it anymore. Because that showed us like there was a sun and moon up here, and I gave us the amount of times you had to flush the toilet. Which I've done, but I don't seem to have gotten anything from doing that. The hell is... Well, it's an E, right? Wait, is this unlocked maybe? Oh, this is unlocked. Okay, that's another 14. Okay. That's also a 14. That's quite alright, don't worry. That's the problem with these games, right? You step away for 1 second and how many E's are in here? There are 4 E's, which means I'm missing an E. Wait, is this maybe unlocked now? That towel, I've seen that design somewhere before. It's not exactly the same, but... Yes, no, it's the same as... I need to somehow make the water flow, I believe. But how do I make the water flow? Okay, so I need to find something for the faucet. Well, can I maybe take the one from the other room? Wait, that was like a faucet. Aha! we go. I think I figured this one out. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Well, the faucet didn't have a knob when we found it, right? Just watch any time now. Hey, the water's filling up. Does that mean the pipes are clogged? And we'll turn it off now. The water stopped flowing. But that's fine, because that means the water is now flowing into here. What do you mean in this room too? Well, I turned the faucet on in the other room and it looks like it made the water come through here. So the drain in this other room just runs here and this water, blah 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 blah.
What the? Hey, what's going on? Are you okay, man? You're sweating like crazy. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just got a little dizzy, that's all.
That's definitely more than just a little dizzy. Are you sure? You don't look so good.
What am I doing here?
Huh? What are you talking about? We opened the number 2 door and walked in here. Don't tell me you forgot.
No, that's not what I mean. It ain't much, but I think some of my memories came back. I think I've been here before.
Huh?
I said I've been in this room before.
Oh no, double amnesia.
When? Why?
No.
What the hell was that?
It's right there. I feel like I'm this close to remembering everything, but I just can't. That's right, an experiment. There was some kind of experiment going on this ship.
An experiment? What?
Oh, we've got a
What sort of experiment?
twist.
They were trying to control people, or something like that.
What the hell are you talking about?
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment. I think there were 4 or 5 more, but I don't remember all their names. Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here. Experiment. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Those kidnapped kids. Was I working that case?
Huh?
Wait, under this bed. The home's gone? No, maybe it was a different room. There's gotta be a ton of rooms on this boat that look just like this room.
Hey, what exactly do you remember? Maybe you could stop talking like a crazy person and tell me what's going on.
I mean, that's fair.
Well, it's not like I really remember everything. I've only got bits and pieces, and they're scattered. Don't make much sense.
I don't care. Tell me the bits and pieces then.
Okay. From what I can remember, I think I was a cop.
A cop?
Yeah. I was looking for that group of kids that got kidnapped 9 years ago.
Oh, of course, number 9
It
again.
was all over the news.
Yeah, I was still in school. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember some of it. I think it was a bunch of kids right around my age. They all just disappeared. Nobody knew why.
Oh, thank you for the gift sub, Cheesy.
It was all over TV.
And I think that also puts me up at my 15, which was my target goal, so thank you very much.
So you're saying you were investigating it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I guess I found something. There was this medical company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals that had something to do with those kids. After I figured that out, I managed to get some information out of somebody who worked for them. I think it was...
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Yeah, that had to been it. That's why I went to the wharf. In the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement there. Men in black suits, many of them carrying large bags. Bags. There was something about the way they moved.
Oh, that's very kind of you, though.
No doubt about it. They were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand. Don't move. I felt metal touch the back of my head. Drop the gun. He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. Did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A drug? That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that. woke up on a hard floor. Damn it. Shit, my head hurts. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet, no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. It was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but won't open. Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself
What twist this
through it a
is.
few times
I'm loving
before it
this.
budged. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed and sat down. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long?
Probably 9 hours.
I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5 or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from?
Now, if I remember correctly at the start, I'm sure Zero said some of the people here had experience with the nunnery games before.
The wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it. Left. It's coming from under the bed. I hauled on the metal frame, flipped the thing over. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. Couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold on. Why are there kids here? Then, when my inside man told me, it popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Did I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then... Yeah!
Come here, kids.
I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face. So I wiped it off and crawled inside.
I need him to wipe it off first. He's like, I'm gonna save kids. Need to make sure I look clean.
Hey, what happened after that?
I don't remember what happens after that. I think I found some kind of door out of the duct. And I think I found some kids too. Not good. Why can't I remember what happened next?
Man, what happened to the kids, Seven? Did you save them?
I don't know. I don't know if it was me. I've got this feeling. I think one of the kids died. A girl, I think.
Huh?
Anyway, just please don't ask me anymore. Really don't
That's
remember
important.
anything else.
It's fine. Don't push yourself.
Going by what he said, children who had been kidnapped 9 years before, apparently a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals had been behind it all. They'd taken the children to the same ship we're on now. They had been brought here for an experiment. Seven said it had something to do with controlling human beings. The 16 children who had been kidnapped were the subjects. Seven had said 3 of their names were Aoi, Light, and Nona.
Who needs who names a child Light apart from Death Note?
Oh, and Seven is, or was at some point, a cop. Can't really use any of this information anyway. I didn't learn anything about the Nonary game or Zero. Why were we brought to the same ship where they'd done those experiments 9 years ago? And just what the heck is this about controlling human beings? That's nuts. Did they really conduct an experiment like that? I don't have time to just stand here thinking. I need to get moving.
I mean, like I was like, we learned nothing. Well, you've learned this isn't the first time. Ah, of course. Murgen. 14 hidden in the title. If you convert to hexadecimal, it's an E. God, this game just loves its hexadecimal, doesn't it? Don't really care why it works. Let's just get out of here. Okay.
What the hell is this place?
Nope. Right, so I'm going to leave it off here, because I feel like... Hold on, let's just... Yeah, there's still, like... I mean, I know I'm close to the end of this ending, however, I'm getting very hungry. And that is coming up on 7. So we're going to come off of this now. So I think, yeah, we'll leave the stream off at this point here. Thanks to everyone who... Yeah, food is a good idea. I'm not sure what we're going to... No, I know what we're going to have. Baked potatoes and broccoli with liquid cheese. You know those, like, Primula cheese tubes? Heat them up, melt it down, you just pour the cheese all over. Thank you for the bits. And Faith, enjoy your Meowth. So we're going to have that. What's everyone else having for dinner? Let's discuss food. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with some more of this, and I think I am going to aim, because we're going to get that ending, and then there's like 3 other ones, so I'm going to aim to try and get all the endings. I'm going to, where has Google gone? Where is my Google? Here is my Google. I'm having sausage rolls and chips. Well, you know what, there's nothing wrong with being a little bit lazy. Sometimes you just need to have a relax. Chargal chicken is a nice touch. Right, let's see. Who is on for a raid? If anyone, does anyone have any recommendations for anyone who's on for a raid in it? There's not really many people on for me, so... Some frozen pork with a side of ice night. Perfect. Just make sure you get, what was it, 97 degrees? I can't remember what temperature it was for ice 9. Just make sure it's like hotter than that and you'll be fine. Right, well, I'm just trying to see who is on just now, if anyone. You know what? Kingdom Kate it is then. No, there's not a lot of people online for me either. And a lot of the ones that I have got online that I follow are currently like at 2,000 plus viewers. They don't need a raid of 8. They don't need that. That'll bring no joy to them. No, Kingdom Kate sounds like it's good to me. Raid Kingdom Kate. Well, it has been fun. Oh. Apparently it's intended for a mature audience, everyone, so make sure you're all mature when you go in. No, I've really been enjoying this game, and I think I am genuinely going to 100% it, because I've been having so much fun with this. And I wasn't sure coming into it, like, if I would, you know, of it being like a visual novel, but I've had a really great time. And thank you again for everyone. Thank you, Faith, for suggesting me for a raid. Thanks to Faye, who might still be lurking for the raid. Thank you, Cheesy, for the gift sub. And everyone else, enjoy your food.